criticized them. We were extremely critical of them. Then you have a situation where the problem compounds. Even though they kept the lights on, more or less, the debt they came to meet is the debt they leave. Okay? So you have a situation where our politicians who are paid, and these are the Article 71 people, they pay themselves world-class wages. They have to solve the problems. They don't solve the problems. Unfortunately for all of us, they rather profit from the chaos. And then when they finish, they tax us again.
Susum kronkron nyankopon no enka we na no pen so mama dey so be hwe wadi friye mu wonka wo fi baye mu won down no nkra won kakran na nsaye mu sani e be ya obonefo na gina tuo obonefo na hihye esusuye ni tirimupo bone ya watamfo no besusu no ma hihye dia fa ho nyina no ono ankasa ne nyansa ne nimdie mu no wommo ne nyina ntungu mfama wo na wamwase enedai ebe ya adansidie da mapa enso atimi dia ma ane nyina kafua na ebe wie ya ne akai ne ahye no so say ya de aseda no bema wokese no esan sempempen so de aduri enye enyansa enye enimdie enye ahofe enye sika bia ewo ne momo no eye adom arakwa Pay it now, watching Western in the morning live on Western Diamond Television. And then Wednesday, the 18th day of June 2025 in the year of our Lord. And pay so anybody workers, any team in Accra. The Bible sumo my chest, my Ghana. Pray, because he said, don't Krumba Pebudia, the best rest of the Kaya home. And that production team, Nasio Chemaba, ASN Michael Yaro, Samuel Jingo, Kelly, Brasa Wameniampo, Mana Break Air Technician on duty. Within the Osikani Frimpong Manso, and a pencil air who said, Yaba some woo, Yaba some of my chest, my gun, and come out with a bedian, and so a baba buama, or man, why yet to channel. I found it a man, your crook, I to a barman or my gun, a conyaso. The Ayakra and Musa were mine betting me aquacosi and Fiena. I did to me, Nama, I am a new cook. Where to my a home commodia and any papa quasadia, Nemono, Sienia won't see a Prakupaki and one Bomusa Buaba Kumua dear. I swear to me, Abua and Commodia would do an affair, Neya, yellow. Timia Pejawa manage and pen swap papa so. Ama abatwa ya tu something koko to ya dano e so mfa so de ro aka minu mienua ene na ebeboa ama eye o man no so atimi anya ena papa bi atimi agina so etiano pay as citizens and not spectators no who are said you assess we ye enso be wo de assess be ye e ato abama no wo de assess wo ye obi bia wo de assess wo ye sare e be ya wo man e be fa ntuma papa efra e di ka bi sase sa sade no usia wo ya na okay be mu so wonya wadwen se obe hyase ya mesra otu anamo we hyase ne na entimi amua na ene wo man Ghana nso enko yes wo man ko yi a ebeka menu mienu anapɛ ya tena sa ya da senso se watimi a join ye within the Osikani Frimpong Manso da se ena no pɛ wa bie wa pro de ama me se memfa ensampa no ema me down but wa no pɛ de edi tu ye hofo ne de ahye hu kran enie or say, never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Also bear in mind that slow motion, they say, is far better than no motion. Never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. I wish ya wabra kwantu ya yetu ya namu akuya ni mu kakra no ade ase nyina no ya na montuo bi wo ho a de dikan etimi ema yenhira anka esese yensa etoso no etimi twi eye sa enhira no esensen ana montuo ne nkomodie bi a ne afoforo bi mbedie no etoda enhyire esesa won saka enne pe esesa ba wa kwan mu na esesa won sa toso no enam sa nkomodie no ene ensem a ye bisa saafo ni ntino etimi atwe ye nhyira no etimi esensen adopai ya de abrantie bi enne ye bi adano ada woda na di eye emfato ho wɔn nyinaa wɔ ɛyɛ baabi baako na wɔn nyinaa no ɛpere dibea baako na deɛ wɔn nie baako no sɛ dibea baako na wɔn pere mmom nanso no nea ɔne ne pere no ɛnyɛ ne tamfo ɛnti no na suma sɛm nyinaa no na wɔne nea wɔne ne pere dibea no ɛkyɛ ɛbaakyɛw tie biem ɛkɔ baayɛ ne sɛ ɛneɛ sɛ ɛnsɛm ne nkɔmɔ a wɔne nea wɔne ne pere ɛyɛ dibea no edi ye nyinaa no nea wɔne ne pere dibea no anya nkɔmɔ ɔne ne di ye no anya ne ho adwembɔne ahyase ɛwɔ kitia ɛyɛ ne nyɔnko no bepacha onye nipa nyinaa na anamo a wutu baabi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ ɛne baabi a pɛ sɛ woduru abrabɔ yi mu no ɛne nipa nyinaa na yagye akwankyerɛ de firi ɔmo hɔ enti wɔ se never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Wabi wɔ hɔ a daya waso a wada na de akyerɛ no no wɔmpɛ sɛ saa daya ne bɛba mu. Wabi wɔ hɔ a ɛyɛ wonyɔnko paa. Wabi wɔ hɔ a ɛneɛ ɛyɛ wo nua paa, wo nua prɛko pɛ. O maame ne wo papa mpo betimi ayɛ sintudia asi wo kwan ɛwɔ ɛyɛ daakye papa bi a wo de asi wani so no ɛho. Enti sɛ wo tu anamon bi a anopai ma ba me be hyɛ wo nkura na matuufo akyerɛ wo sɛ ɛnyɛ nipa nyinaa ɛna baabi a wo de wani akyerɛ a wo kɔ no wo kokoduru asomdue mu na nneɛma kɔ yie de ma wa wo mani bɛgye ho. Enti no ɛyɛ limite wo nkɔmɔdie ɛfa daye a waso ho botaye esi wani so no ɛna baabi a pɛ sɛ wo bɔ bra no kokoduru no ɛtɔ da limite ɛyɛ conversation no. Enti no never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Bepacho yen local settings no sɛdeɛ Ghana yɛteɛ no ɛneɛ amanfoɔ ne amanfoɔ no ɛde wɔn nsa to wɔn nsa yɛ mu di abrabɔ mu nkɔmɔ ɛka suma sam de kyerɛ wɔn nyɔnko abusua ɛsuma sam kakra obi ka kyerɛ ne nua nti ɛnɛ baabi akɔ wie no wɔwɔ hɔ a no ɔbɔ ne nsa no sɛ mehunu yanka wɔnya nipa mu gidie ɛka ɛyɛ ne dayɛ so kyerɛ nipa a wɔka ne dayɛ so kyerɛ no ɛnya ne ho adwene bɔne ɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ wɔko de atia no ɛti anɔpɛ ɛbɛyɛ anka baabi a wokɔ no baabi a nyame ada na didi akyerɛ wo sɛ wokɔ no ɛbɛyɛ anka mmisa obiara sɛ wɔn akwankyerɛ na mmom no bisa asafie ho wano a wɔno ankasa ahyɛ wo nkɔm no ahyɛ wo bɔ sɛ aha na mepɛ sɛ mede wo duru no. Never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Obese de hunu sɛ nipa wei wɔn pɛ sɛ baabi a mekɔ no mekɔkɔ duru hɔ. Abusua nipa no nkasa yɛ mu ne niyɛ mu na namontuo mu ɛbɛgye na de pɛfia mu ahunu sɛ saa nipa wei baabi a mede asi m'ani so sɛ mepɛ sɛ meduru abrabɔ yi mu no ne niyɛ ne kasayɛ ane anamontuo bi a wɔtu no akyerɛ pɛfee sɛ wɔnyaa yanka nanka mapem enti no wohunu saa no a yana watwe wo ho wama saa nipa no sɛ ɔyɛ onkɔmɔdifu a na watwe wo ho de afiri ne ho kakra kae na hyɛ no so sɛ slow motion is far better than no motion. Aboa titidie de brebre bedru tiabiem aboa titidie de brebre bedru ne kraman hunu a wakɔ ekeka mu man mansa nyina no ete de ekoso no aboa gina mu hunu a obu na nichie na wakamu etianopei tiabiem. Never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Remember, slow motion they say is far better than no motion. Wokoni nyanya kura no abedru. Atichedie tu kwan a abusua wakoni nyanya enso no baabi a wo pese wokodru no wotimi kokodru. Don't forget say that no ada abo atichedie edi nkunimu ewo amerikatua kansia. Wane eye mponko, wane eye enkraman, wane nyinamoa etuye no. Ede na siye. Esanse the composure and the comportment of abo atichedie no abusua wakonya nyade nanso no wonim pefe se nyanya na wokɔ no eye chense ne wo begina faako a wontu ana mombia etino wakɔ kakran eye dienya wo bedru abusua. Slow motion they say is far better than no motion. Eni obi nnim kwama mfa wo daye ho, eni obi nnim kwama mfa de wo de asi wani so ne ho. Afei se o pe direction a mesrawo ma asafu Yehowa enye wo bia woni ne bedi wo daye ho nkomo no ama wo direction. Wo taye asi wani so de asi wani so abraboi mu no eni nipa bi nni ho nkomo nye nipa nyina na be pese wo be dru ba bia wo de asi wani so se ukodru no. Market na wo to ade no kai na hye no so na fa hye otim se wamu no sire nyina no wamu no bonsire he nyina no enye obi bia na pe won kan kro ba bia ya adwuma no kai na hye no so se wamu anu amukoba wamu anu amudi nkomo wamu anu amuto nsadidie wamu anu amusire no enye obi bia na pe won kan ko fa hye otirim na fa bi hye okotodwemu na fa bo wo bra enne anopei. Never ask for directions from someone who does not want to see you reach your destination. Slow motion, they say, is far better than no motion. And okay, yejina we suni am watching na ya sound so amau akwaba. Me pa cho for WhatsApp and a text message abra 0248071174 0248071174. Yeah, live on all our social media platforms. Western Diamond TV on Facebook. Uko na wa like him page no. Afi onya adaje atwo comment ni nyina na de atum de amane ye. We are compelling na share for my. We are also live on YouTube, Western Diamond TV. Ko na subscribe to your channel no. Na fe nkomo ahodo aye die nyina nso no abusua fa ho ehyemu eno na eboa na yatimi akekere wo man no amananya anamon papa enso atimi agina so. Anapai nkomo wo fidue mu ha sei. Bepa chao, okay. Yansha asia from a year, Kwankrata no, and somewhere where him hontino. The new publisher Kwankrata na no pay say, my Ken has not run away. It's in way former finance minister Kenneth Nanaya Kuntunkrunko Foriata Ere. And Ochire Musano say, Ken Foriata's wife goes public on his prostate cancer saga and whereabouts. Official, Anodompre is a royal of Aduejiri. Minority accuses executive of manipulating judiciary. And in a way, and somewhere now pay the new publisher Kwankrata and Denim Ho. Metro Lens, the day to us with the amount, Achim Ohum Festival, honoring ancestors and celebrating abundance. On page 8 of the Metro Lens, and the Ohum Festival and Hunkumunano. NPP chooses 2028 flag bearer on January 31, 2026. Yanko Yadimwe. The front page of the Metro Lens, and somewhere no. The news center and Anope was 1,267 killed in 5 months. Motorcycles alone killed 582 people, representing 45.9%. Fitch upgrades Ghana to B negative outlook stable. Accra East ECG to recover 200 million Ghana cedi debts. EcoBank invests $24 million in salt projects, create 3,000 jobs. Strong buffers can withstand global shocks. Dr. Pandek Johnson Esiama, Governor of the Bank of Ghana. The news center anopay near enono. The new crusading guide anopay was NPP to hold presidential primaries 31st January. Minority worries over Fitch upgrade, says it casts doubt on credibility of 2025 budget and economy. He is a true royal of Aduejiri, where and someone pay and also ewo eye the new crusading guide Kwankratan anymore. The Inquisitor Anopay or say Ken plans asylum. NSS scandal, Inpath Technologies on mask. TCDA issues mandatory directive to palm oil importers. This is only the beginning. Dr. Kezola Toba forcing on Fitch upgrade. The Inquisitor Kwakratano and Anopay and somewhere and so any. About the custodian, fearless, fair, and credible, or say, Afenyo marking warns Mahama over judicial capture. Minority endorses Fitch upgrade, but cautions government against poor budget credibility. First National Bank get $35 million to expand the lending. Government to evacuate 922 Ghanaians from Israel. The custodian Kwankratano enimho enso ensemwa ewo enye. The Ghanaian Times anopay or say at Ghana EU Partnership Dialogue reform global order to ensure equity in security financial frameworks. President John Dramani Mahama give career magistrate opportunity to update at law schools. Justice Bright Manso. Fitch upgrades Ghana's credit rating to B- with stable outlook. And okay, the Ghanaian Times in somewhere. The Chronicle. Supreme Court judges retiring at 75. No, I differ, sir. Justice Senor Jamafe. Mandatory vet penalty violates rights to life. Justice Ejay. Adansehine attacked by suspected illegal miners. Fitch upgrade vindicate NPP's economic legacy. Way every the minority in parliament. The Chronicle and a somewhere in the Ghanaian publisher and so the Odiaba 2-term presidential limit. Mahama's Supreme Court nominees back restriction. Minority leader warns of legal crisis ahead. Government to evacuate 922 Ghanaians from Israel. Fitch upgrades vindicate NPP's legacy, says the minority. The Guardian publisher Kwankratano and somewhere when and Anopay Wokunini Daily Graphic say Fitch upgrades Ghana's credit rating, cites strong economic management. Local printers, paper converters demand legislation to boost industry. Supreme Court's judges should be pegged at 20. Justice Mensa. The Daily Graphic Kwankratano Anopay and somewhere that NDA. Daily Statement has said debt restructuring powers Fitch upgrade, but minority worried about credibility issues with 2025 budget. 4.4 million Ghana cedi compensation in fatal highway accident. Victory for justice. The legal practitioner. Minority demands immediate evacuation of stranded Ghanaians in Israel, Iran. Birim Central MCE declares war on Galamsey. Bank of Ghana assures enough buffers against external shocks. The Daily Statesman Kwakratano and somewhere anymore and Anopay. The informer or say Oforiata contemplate asylum over political persecution. Resist political interference. Supreme Court nominee urges colleagues. JTech wants 2 NDC MPs over honorary titles. OSP versus Charles Bissiu all set for July 2. Fitch thumbs up Ghana for good economic management. And pay the informer Kwakratano and somewhere where him who any Daily Guide say NPP elect flag bearer January 2026. Constitutional interpretation vested in judiciary, not parliament. Justice Mensa. NSA blocks 3,597 graduate pin codes. I still believe in Baumia ticket. Freddie Blay. Okay, wait near a woho. The Daily Dish the buyer or say NPP goes for early Congress, elect candidate on January 31, 2026. Charles Bissiu trial begins July 2, Two NDC MPs caught in fake doctor saga. Minority cautions government on Fitch upgrade. Sakawa Kemping backstabbed in $100 million scams. The Daily Gist Kwankra Tano and Sabwa Adopay Edenam Enso Enono. Etino and Kratano, dear Yansaka Yano, dear when water and medical was so dear Mano. Abnasa wane watch your maba betina sena woman the muntimu and so etimi abam. Bebacho and rather the NPP's neck esiaye. Na wamo esiaye no na the first National Executive Council meeting na wamo edeshisha so after the 2024 election defeat. Na ensemble brenua every meeting no ebaye. Na ansana no na manfo bisa se chairman won to me ne ho te sei ne ho ye wom so hu na che wom te ne ka che after say iyokofo ekg no wom jaado no wom ehu no ente ne nka ye chairman won to me eho ye and rather he was present at the NPP neck meeting and ye ne ho ya hu se nante ne bibia ye kama ahoden mapa enso ewo ho Dr. Alagba Mudbamia enso apia mu wo ho na ohwe sene na eniama ekone sene na amanfo oboje ne so a na clearly e che opefe se Dr. Alagba Mudbamia e wo dompa etino in your short no eye abra Dr. Alagba Mudbamia epia mu e wo Alisa Hotel for the NPP's National Executive Council meeting enra da etino Dr. Alagba Mudbamia e na oduru wa na wo chiachia NPP fo ne Ghana fo a na womo ewo hotel ho a womo twen se emre ne beso na neck no atimi akwa asetena na nkoma wo nyina nso wom atimi ede aba no ba cha uyi we free so na wakọ chairman untumi ede no so ede amame na womo mu bisa se chairman untumi ho te sen no womo hunu se enei ne ho ye pa ho de mapa enso ewo ho a he is very very poised for a year NPP national chairmanship race, you know. He is very, very poised. Say, and yeah, we be contested. Na wetimi edi emu enkunim. Et you know, chairman to me in your short. Yentien samwa na oka embrasisi ya.
Chairman. Chairman. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. The general. Only chairman with a known image. You see, yes. But more powerful in tree. Yes. Because the Chinese are used, the Indians are used, Japanese are used their language to also using tree. So I'm using my my native language. English. Oh, that one you are there. So nyame pa bibia be ye. Hey. Whatever. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. The general. The only chairman with a known image. You see, yes. But more powerful in tree. Yes. Because the Chinese are used the Chinese to succeed. The Indians are used, Japanese are used their language to succeed. So I'm using my my native language. English. Oh, that one you are there. So nyame pa bibia be ye. Hey. Whatever. How are you? Thank you.
And you know, that was the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Yera Bernard Kwame Enchibuesiako, Chairman Wuntumi, and rather Alisa Hotel. He was present, and Yedanyamia said, "What recover na ne hoye ahode mapa enso ewohwa." Ne omo no mu bisa se Chairman Wuntumi ho te se nyina no, and ye we no echi opefe se ne hoye ahoden wo ho. O se eye nyame pa bia ebeye kama. Chairman Bernard Enchibuesiako, Chairman Wuntumi enumu asem enrada ewo Alisa Hotel enso enonom. Me pa cha enra next meeting no ase no, and yeah, there were some resolutions and there were some directives and directions the National Council and afei the Executive Council enso etimi de ebaye na the di kan no ene Endra meeting no was chaired by the first vice chairman of the party Dankwa Smith Bute aka Chairman Bute wano ena chair Enrada NPP National Executive Council meeting no ewo enkran unse Enra yede betu dwa se Yera Stephen Ayesun team, the national chairman of the party, Ebusua Ede Enkrata Akwakoba NPP Amanyuko no mpanifo se the hondo do no kakranti be yanka for now no and ye hold one with all active party works. Ama party no so gitumu. Enti na esese yenya titina ni a obetena mu na wahwe ama meeting etimi akoso na awie asomdwe mu. Enti no it fell on the knees of the first vice chairman of the party. Dankwa Smith Bute Chairman Bute eti no no na etena mu a wohwe ma esa entutuye ne hye ni nyina no enso etimi ekoso na meeting no ekowie ye no enkrato a ene the general secretary of the party de ba ye ne hye NPP ahye Saturday 19th July as a day or date for the National Delegate Conference. Etino nyame ya dumu a July busumi ya ye ba be wremu no memene da 19th no ewo Legon Sports Stadium no NPP amayokuo no holdu womo National Delegate Conference enso ewo ho eno da nchen so a ene the General Secretary Emma Ghana Foreign Party fo nyina no enya ntiase se ne ya ye kasai ene wamatimia constitute a 9-member committee to spearhead preparations for the National Delegate Conference. Etino and National Delegate Conference ebeba so nyame adomu a memeneda 19th July at the Legon Sports Stadium no. Party no inaugurate a 9-member committee ya. Wamo ebehwe no matoto niema se ne ebeyo a party ne be have a successful National Delegate Conference. Na committee no will be chaired by Honorable Joseph Osei Wusujo Wise. Nafe lawyer Henry Nanabuache and so as serve as a vice chairman to the committee. And some way through a be no. Afe the big one. Council no etimi ebo modern a share date for presidential primaries. Na date by no 31st January 2026 and MPP amanyokuo no ebe womo presidential primary na enei entiase a adwuma e neck meeting na ase ne kire se party no ensha ase se ye to aba from the top to the bottom enti no ye di kan to presidential primary elections ni wia na fei ya ba the edidi su ni nyina no enti ye fafiri from ho de kosoro a ene ye fafiri esoro na de aba from na ya ye national primaries no na fei wo mo aye regional na constituency na polling stations no nko ne baba na fei MPs for de no nso no wo nso etimi akoye enti no nyame ya domu a 2026 31st January and MPP amanyokuo no ebe electe party no presidential candidate for 2028 general elections. Afenso no party no express womo dissatisfaction with the Ghana Police Service for what it described as a deliberate inaction that is preventing the EC from concluding outstanding results in Ablekuma North constituency. Party ne say and the Ghana Police Service womo actions and inactions no are deliberate. And I can say Ablekuma North. Woman need parliament, you can say member of parliament. It's 5 months in here, 6 months. Woman need representation in parliament. Minority no to an amount of petition akwa dan IGP. Free that time the bepemene. Woman te ho hwe enti no party no susu say a deliberate attempt by the Ghana Police Service. Enti no we and somewhere a course so ewo ho. Yenti videos ni bi emra. And somehow do a course so and rather a neck meeting after the meeting the general secretary of the party lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpong a briefy a press the part of videos in be ready Okay, all right. Yabekwa Omanuswa by Yakoba Nafe, Yababa Bebo Aye video snippy. The Western Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Aye Berima Okatachie Amankwa Efrifa, Wanono, when seeing Swoma and San Waham, Wakasa Mpura Neopunu. Okay, T, Aropa, good morning. Director, good morning. Okay. All right. Yeah. You shall have see. Director, good morning.
Morning, sir.
The Bacho and a prayer Hunam Boko, dear.
You're better, sir.
Yeah, Danyamias. I
we can't complain.
Okay. The other guy and me who said chairman to me Ebora Alisa Hotel Hono waba enemu bedin komo ebechia. The other guy after say any Iyokofo I release chairman to me no and round who no na what to say.
Oh, the way pa.
Okay.
The way pa. And I'm round so when we said that the first time now you see after the incident, you know. And now we didn't say no person be who's all
that's right.
Wakwaba. And person you guys here she said politics any opposition kono and when someone was saying I had to say but no says see a paba we said me personally they are better the politics where some and see so why you ready so person so man kwa you be sibiano and see a father say from so I say
very well.
Chairman Chikita, it's spirit, you know. Say, Suma, any of the woman NPP, you know. The Ghana forum through NPP, not just say, also, the executive. There is no way I also. Simply, the way they are.
Very well. Wadaruma and Rada and NPP National Executive. Council meeting so Alisa Hotel. Wadaroma, can you walk us through a year in Kitahudian Komodia a course so meeting I say?
Yes, study that.
Hello?
The attitude
okay.
I will see you know start prepare now set the coma National Council, I don't know the second highest decision body of NPP. Now, I don't know, you were regional reps, you were regional chairman of National Executive, and National Council of Elders, of chairman, past general secretaries, past National Chairman, former president, former vice president, former flag bearers, former running mates, chairpersons of parliamentary select committees, and parliamentary leadership, you know, and so, and a regular rep, so a combination of executives and a non-executive. To say over Western region say that the constitution, you know, National Council members for the regional reps, you know, constituencies 5 would be a Yedipabako. It's over Western region, for instance, you want 17 constituencies lack. It's a regional reps, you know, and what National Council, you know, a year 4. A year and 9. It's about 4, no. There were 2 executives and there were 2 non-executives. So,
hello?
Choices, you know. That's just almost representation, you know. And then 10. 10, no. Almost 5 executives and 5 non-executives. executives won't carry regional chairman and Omo Dada.
Okay.
It is a fifth. Western region me as regional secretary, the regional organizer, and Yako National Council. The other two are non-executives, no, Honorable Joseph Boaz Ledu and the Six Francisca Addison. It's a year, country, Osha, who's the National Council number, I was so because certain regions it keep up more constituency to crowd was 10. That's okay. So I think if the region say almost 34 into almost the end, that's a 8 into almost the 4. Greater Accra say 38. It would almost the 4. It should tell you that a big representation of the whole Ghana and you call share. Now you call share no na share agenda no and Cassandra na a year receiving the report of the Constitutional Amendment Committee, Yankasaya table, April 25, National Council table. So April 25, the National Council meeting. So the Kaya, Sadanona, Right Honorable Michael Quay Committee, and the report,
That's right.
Yeah, the report, and I can't say. Sadia Yanti Committee, it can say 2021. Yes, sir, you may be asked. Amendment of our constitution. And no, and they see Michael Quay report to any key recommendations to be any identity. Yanti Committee, and that's how to report. And you will meet those general secretary should be a quiet. So, Opia or Argentina was sending answer your share now your constitution, but between actual and man, time. I think it was up to end of May, 25th May or so. It's about 4 years. According to reports, among 300 entries. 300 entries, and almost share at the year, Juma. Who say now away here because 300 submissions again. Osikani told me that I say that's a Juma thing.
Yeah, Juma umupa. Yeah.
Omu body and so a year no report from the buyer no. Na emu that home. Na we will talk about the report also.
That's right.
We are also you do a year. Yeah, February elections. Michael Cole report, they that almost the buyer, at that meeting, na yaji to be NCMP. But issue no ever up. Issue no they say. Say, yes, February elections, that is your presidential prime minister, So you should be a cafe. Your normal timetable. Say moving facing elections. They are being electoral. They are your constituency. They are your region. They are your national. And son, I about the presidential. You are yet careful. Your party, you better change dodo. It's say, share, send your party, say, Obeka say, a more check against the aspiring presidential candidate. The National Council and Shine yet be one. Ye, you be now your party, let me say. na yɛnya yɛahwɛ ayɛ no nea ɛdi kwan sɛ yɛyɛ ɛno no yɛkasa a ɛwɔ ho pii ɔmo sɛte boundaries yɛkasa ebi mpo ɛnkɔ discipline committee ɛnam ɔmo ano kasa bi a ɔmo ankeka ne yie eti bi deɛ na it was pending because they see most of the members ɛkɔlo sɛ National Council under NPP Constitution Article 13(1) yɛwɔ power say yɛbɛhyɛ date any day bia yɛbɛkɔ akɔto aba Constitution no ma National Council saa tumi no nti sɛ yɛwu sɛ sɛnea yɛ presidential campaign esi kɔna ɛyɛ akyekyere yi mu no ɛbɛha adwene a yɛwɔ kwan sɛ anytime bia yɛbɛtumi po aka sɛ ibi a ɔkyerɛ koraa yɛyɛ saa bɛra elections ada yɛyɛ presidential primaries na ɛhɔ no ɛnam sɛ na ɛyɛ combination of receiving the microcode report na efe nso yɛate committee for amendment of the constitution yɛn nyinaa yɛgye to mu sɛ yɛma committee no nkɔyɛ ɔmo adwuma ebi mpo a saa clause yɛ ɛwɔ constitution mu a ma National Council tumi no ebi mpo a na ɔmo akɔ amend no na yɛnya saa power no eti ɛno no committee formation no na Frank Davis committee no yɛgya no wɔ hɔ sɛ ɔmo de ɔmo nkɔyɛ ɔmo adwuma ɛfabra eti nra ɔmo baayɛ no a ɔmo de ɔmo report no ɛbɛtu dwa no na ɔhu sɛ obiara nfa ne nsa nka saa provision no in the constitution no National Council powers no obiara nfa ne nsa nka nti ɔde tu dwa no ɔmo report tu dwa no ɔmo nso esi so recommend yɛ sɛ elua meeting no ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa yɛ nyinaa yɛngyina article 13(1) no so na yɛnhyɛ date a yɛde ɛbɛto yɛ presidential primaries ansa na yɛbɛgye biara ho mpo a yɛagye ne ɛbɛyɛ a party no yɛbɛhu yɛ kankɔ ɛna Osikani sɛnea wonim no nso no uyi flag bearer wie a nipa korɔ no ɛna ɛyɛ leader of the party ɛna yɛgye to mu nso sɛ yɛyɛ no saa nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a nkɔyɛ press conference it will be a solid statement from the party ɛna efi nso sɛnea yɛ nyinaa yɛ nim no after every election ɛho nsɛnsɛm no ayɛ abɛ wɔ deɛ ɛte at this time we'll get more time to reconcile among ourselves. Yɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ campaign gain because OSHA yɛfixed 31st January 2026. Nti yɛbɛwie no na sɛ reconciliation wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ yɛyɛ mpo a yɛbɛtumi ayi so 1 year no de ayɛ ne yɛbɛyɛ a 2027 deɛ wɔyɛ bi biara yɛ set a obiara bɛba board aba abɛyɛ party adwuma nti Osikani yɛgyina article 30 yɛ aso ne yɛde ahyɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ the presidential primaries on the 31st of January 2026.
Okay.
Na yɛwie a yɛwɔ hɔ biara no yɛbɛka there are a lot of suggestions ebi ne sɛ ebinom efi sɛ yɛwie flag bearer ne gya then no yɛmfa national executive election so yɛde ɛnsɔ so na yɛwie a na yɛde region ɛnso aba na yɛwie a na yɛde constituency asɔ so na yɛkɔ electoral that is a polling station no ɛno no akɔ fam ɔmo suggest that ɛwɔ GDA sɛ yɛyɛ ne saa ayɛ anamaafi asɛm bi a wɔ system no mu ɛne financial issues ne ade a ɛma good candidates ntumi standing kɔn anim no Sanya money now, ebeba FM kakra. But no, senior the conference and also a nim ebeda. After conference, you better conference, in Accra, University of Ghana Sports Stadium on the 19th of July. When you get to me, the recommendations of the amendment committee, actually, into a one fair committee, at the amendment, or more. Now, my carbon reports about here, but I know the National Council this afternoon, just say national conference, and exit tuma, a baba yambra, now you be embra, yadi, and the tuma. And see, Oscar Ubisai and read my fire and yesterday for a presidential primaries, and you receive who. Amendment committee na yaya national council you receive or more report and you say date for conference. It is a conference, extraordinary conference.
Okay.
It's to say to show your constitution before you have national delegate conference, and say your constituency conferences and now you have regional conferences and sana Aqua national conference, but we know and the exigencies the never party facing at the moment, we an extraordinary delegate conference. You get to me, I share the amendments up to move, the June tomorrow. Now you put the party, name. It will be a show say you conference and the general secretary able to be at the timetable about now you hear party no senior you see a chia lamon. So sending the whole day while you go hotel now we say you so that should tell you how democratic NPP
my anase na yemfa wonsi ase wa kire nsem nim nyina mu de amaye nyame adomo a delegate conference no nso no benya daje na fe eno kra de ebeto nsafro no waba na yahwe eye enhihye ya hodo a committee no nso atimi aye for eye the national delegate conference. Okay ti aropei ye da se pa obre no wadaje a wanya de amaye. Very well. That was the Western Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Okatachia Mankwe Frifa, and rather and the neck meeting, as you know, the course in Ano, Wabon Tofa Ede Amaye. Yaro, Wadaroma videos near the ma on the General Secretary address a personal, Wadaroma ruling out Nafi. Yentie and 70 be and so in free. Joining live on Western Diamond TV.
Henry Nanabuache, the national organizer, is the vice chairman of the committee. Honorable Jerry Ahmed, the second deputy whip, minority whip, is also a member of the committee. The Greater Accra Regional Chairman Divine Ogomo Utu is also a member of the committee. The Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed, is the Secretary to the Planning Committee. Honorable Abna Ose Asari is also a member of the committee. The National Treasurer, Dr. Charles Ramana, is a member of the committee. The Deputy National Organizer, Madam Safia Mohammed, is a member of the committee. And Mustafa Salam, the National Youth Organizer, or Salam Mustafa, is also a member of the Planning Committee. So it's a 9-member committee to see to the planning of the delegate conference that is scheduled for July 19th. Henry Nanabuache, the national organizer, is the vice chairman of the committee. Honorable Jerry Ahmed, the second deputy whip, minority whip, is also a member of the committee. the Greater Accra Regional Chairman Divine Ogoho Utu is also a member of the committee. The Deputy General Secretary Haruna Mohammed is the Secretary to the Planning Committee. Honorable Abna Ose Asare is also a member of the committee. The National Treasurer Dr. Charles Damina is a member of the committee. The Deputy National Organizer, Madam Safia Mohammed, is a member of the committee. And Mustafa Salam, the National Youth Organizer, or Salam Mustafa, is also a member of the Planning Committee. So it's a 9-member committee to see to the planning of the Delegate Conference that is scheduled for July 19th. Henry Nanabuache, the National Organizer, is the Vice Chairman of the committee. Honorable Jerry Ahmed, the second Deputy Whip, Minority Whip, is also a member of the committee. The Greater Accra Regional Chairman Divine Ogoho Utu is also a member of the Executive Committee, and the National Council also received report from the Amendment Committee chaired by Mr. Frank Davis, or Lawyer Frank Davis. And in the words of the committee, they received over 300 proposals from the rank and file sympathizers of our party. And they briefed NEC and National Council on where they've gotten to and the key areas that the National Council had to take a decision on. With respect to the call for expansion of our electoral college, indeed the committee spoke about it. And again, that decision as to the number of expansion or the expansion level will be determined at the delegate conference scheduled to take place in July. The committee also spoke about the time for our presidential primaries. And again, the committee agreed that that decision does not warrant amendment of our constitution. But in light of the spirit and letter of Article 13 of the NPP Constitution, that power is closed with National Council to make that decision. And National Council today also made the decision that the date for our presidential primaries is set for January 31st, 2026. That will be the date that we shall hold our presidential primaries. The direction, a decision by the National Council, we express our dissatisfaction by the conduct of the Ghana Police Service for failing to provide security for the Electoral Commission to conclude the outstanding 3 police stations at Ablekuma North. The party had earlier on written a letter to the Electoral Commission and the Ghana Police Service to explain to us why we have not been able, or they have not been able to complete the collation of results at Ablekuma North. From the Electoral Commission's response, they categorically stated that they are ready to finish the collation of the outstanding 3 polling stations at Ablekuma North, and therefore all that they need and require is for the Ghana Police Service to provide security for them to finish the collation. As you all know, in several times that the Electoral Commission has tried to finish the collation, we have tasked who will receive their offices and cause distraction and thereby preventing them from completing the collation. The Ghana Police Service, in their response to our letter, raised an issue that they have received a a letter from the NDC indicating that there is a pending issue or matter before the Supreme Court, and that in their attempt to provide security, they will be in contempt of the Supreme Court. But again, the Electoral Commission response has been that there's no issue pending before the Supreme Court to warrant the Ghana Police Service to make that point, that because of that issue, they are unable to provide security. And the New Patriotic Party also shared the same position, because on record, there's no issue before the Supreme Court with respect to Ablekuma North. The only issue that is there is the declaration that was made, or the pronouncement that was made by the High Court, that the Electoral Commission should complete the collation of Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary elections. So the explanation by the Ghana Police Service that it is relying on the Attorney General to give advice is neither here nor there, but an attempt by the NDC government, the Ghana Police Service.
And that was the party's general secretary, Justin Kodia Frimpong Esquire. And rather after the next meeting, or address the president, now watch and someone in Koma a course a meeting, no, I say a ama a Ghana foreign central for now one more ewo. Yen stay with the latter. Was say party no disappointed and dissatisfied with the Ghana Police Service for what the party describes as a deliberate inaction that is preventing the Electoral Commission from concluding outstanding results in Ablekuma North constituency. Obekaya ya tu abada no ada na Ablekuma North abato ompeso asoro. Bepemine ya ye kasai. Yentimi quality results no emma womo enya a representation in parliament. And party no ese as I said police for and afei as a police for emma Electoral Commission for no bambo na womo kokoye recollation of the results in Ablekuma North constituency. Adanwa da nam so ma ene emrase bedwa fie dom kuma wo ho no emma che ekọ Ghana Police Headquarters the a petition ekokodan IGP said one hwe na acherodo. The Interior Minister to emrase bedwa fie adanwa da ne said there is a suit at the Supreme Court and the Ghana Police Service no more maka from recollation and recollating results in Ablekuma North constituency. And some way no party na domwe suko akwa hwehwemu na the party ne kan say anya no kure there is no such suit ne ya ka say enjante the Ghana Police Service and after the Electoral Commission from recollating Ablekuma North constituency election results. Easy the abetu gasa nya no kre. Party no so the abetu gasa nya no kre. There is no such suit and they enjante mpanimfo no from recollating the results in Ablekuma North constituency. Etino Ghana Police Service one more modern as a matter of urgency ya to abawie ye no abosumi ensiamu nie ye ka say Ablekuma North constituency any a representation in parliament etino more modern na wamo hwe na wamo entutu niema yie etino we the Interior Minister Honorable Mubarak Muntaka Muhammad in some work say an application filed at the Supreme Court has injuncted the Ministry of the Interior and the National Election Security Task Force from providing security for the Electoral Commission to collate the Ablekuma North parliamentary election results. And you know, Adadwa Dam Resebedofie and the Interior Minister said what the two enye. The Electoral Commission NPP say there is no such suit in the Supreme Court. And the collation of Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary election results. What was it bisa anyhow? And I'm so any parliament to say the chair of the Electoral Commission over the same issue. na me pa cha utie key issues are enei epiemu e wo ho ne say there is an incomplete result in that particular constituency. The EC is here to declare a winner due to missing results from some polling stations. Ebano aya mentemi wansene basabasaya a man homeresu honwa. The coalition process has faced several challenges, including violence, missing pink sheets, and legal interventions. There was a previous court ruling with regards to the Ablekuma North constituency elections. The High Court ordered the Electoral Commission to recollate and declare the parliamentary election results for Ablekuma North, citing concerns about transparency and accuracy. At the High Court, Ama Electoral Commission akwenya say one court now recollation of the results. And so no EC Esre Bambo from Ghana Police Service adanwa dano. Wamo say they cannot provide security for a year the Electoral Commission. Now wamo aye recollation of the results in Ablekuma North constituency. The current status of that particular contention, and yet a Supreme Court injunction has halted security arrangements for the results collation, further complicating the situation. With regards to this one, Electoral Commission responded say there is no such suit at the Supreme Court, and say the election security task force and the Electoral Commission returning officers in that particular constituency for the recollation exercise. Party no so the abetumu say there is no such suit at the Supreme Court the recollation of the Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary election result. It's a DBM and the Ghana Police Service crane. The Bachombe to be the Miakoye and Krayanka, Yania and Penifo no so any common enfa na Yanka say. Party no anya biano anya any report to say Yain Janti the recollation exercise or the process of the Ablekuma North parliamentary elections at the Supreme Court and now say Bibisa Endiho because Interior Minister no can be different. Yes, and NPP and so a different thing. And you know, somebody mama me ananka, you know, munim command yanke, nientie de free a honsua eba. And you know, that is it. That is it. Party no I express it one dissatisfaction with the turnout of event by the Ghana Police Service. One say one more inactions, you know, HS deliberately. One more empese is, you know, ever conclude the outstanding results in the Ablekuma North constituency. And also in someone and also a wohwa. Yakra ni mo say yakra ni mo no Ghana Police Service no ebe tu na mo na yetimi akwakoye recollation exercise no na Ablekuma North fo nso enya a representation in parliament. And rather a report from a Fitch Solutions about ya. One say one more upgrade my Ghana. Na danwa dano na wamu downgrade ye call RD. Na eneno wamu upgrade ye B negative and B minus. Edi nyina so na Fitch fo jira ya. Wamu de upgrade Ghana to B minus. Bepa chao enchiremu nie. Okay, social media no so a esim say NDC amanyokuo ni aban empeso mbeka no credit akire Ghana fo baby potin ya sa upgrade efri a ebaye. Enti on your screen right now no Fitch upgrades Ghana's credit rating to B minus following debt restructuring progress. Debt restructuring progress, you know. Yen say aye aban dadare na ehya ase Alokra nam so ema ene ya yakasai. And domestic debt exchange program no. There was a haircut. Pensioners ne so amonti ase a enam so ma amanfo enya eye eminimuka ewo eye NPP aban no ho. Ema aba ya to ye no. Yesusu se enam so bi mamoto di tia eye NPP amedokuo no. Enti sa wo ya ba. Let's give credit to their credit no ewo no. That is it. Yankwa omano so mrana ye medi sa nkomo we properly. Ye kwani ne Daniel Odalai Parker or ye Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party edi nkomo edi afa Ablekuma North constituency. Outstanding ye election results are ewo ho esese ye tibi ye recollation. Parker Adopauti Anka, good morning. Now, very well. My more baso pa adano ada chairman would to me ekodins and semi ewo iyoko asuya yero. The Greater Accra Regional Party executives no and members no man to papa na jeje mu mutu anamo ekere odo edemba no. Adopay yejina would to me multimedia nemu and a Takoradi cluster. Na ya boma baso papa wone eye chairman eye divine ago home nyamisra mo pa why
asida ewe na mede na le say so far as ye di party ni se Ghana ha ye tubi se bi na NPP ni na ya ntini wo mbraso ye beta ni paneti ni wo se ye bia sa ni tan ye be ma na me fa wo de no ye be see, asida enko baga me say asemboni bi AC ma work of boy papa no to NDC na do mama party no e kan say ye papa no asembi no na asembi wo no kra e court na di asem no enye NID asida na me
very well and rather any party no efre National Executive Council meeting, and I know sir you were present. Adopay yedimu nkomo bia but bakwa a border on Ablekuma North constituency. The police for no and the interior minister and someone worker said there is an injunction, there is a suit will be a file at the Supreme Court injunct the Electoral Commission and the Election Security Task Force from providing security for the EC to recollate parliamentary election results in Ablekuma North constituency. Paka wadaruma sankomo we no wate emunchire mu pa way. Indeed, is there an injunction ewo sa constituency no eswana?
No, the kind madam was na machia motif for na Ablekuma North family. Ya kan wonsema ba me gidi pa ne say NDC for na FH me gidi pa ne say John Dramani Mahama president of the Republic of Ghana na FH na that say me koso Ablekuma North when ye election December 7th when ye election December 7th ye coalition ye go so ye coalition and na ye mi onuma mo free NDC ye kan wi ye no mbesa ye coalition na ye almost say no NPP almost declare some part of the coalition seat so we dey NDC a parliamentary candidate because say ya call about na you say 221 police stations they call about we see you see 170 e dey collect ye never know be asada until ye call court e ma court e share you say almost we proper coalition any coalition we proper coalition the yes show no ampa omuni ya nyina betena both NPP NDC ya trace say any once any twice any thrice ama ya ye bia aka three police stations to you now. Yeah, and this is for the photo no good for you see scan sheet already there. Yes, you know, say every political party, the more pink sheet, every political party, the money carbon copy of pink sheet. And no, a copy. As a DSCR, ought to be the cohort, the DSCR ought to be provided. It's not easy for the money. NPP for NDC for you provided, and I can't put polling stations. At the end of the year, now because of the plans, we are the end of the year. We only say, 3 na Accra, yeah, for they have the results. I say so, yeah, when the use for Russia 2020, yeah, the Murabi by say, election now, every police station, their results, no, from police station to center.
That's right.
It's 3 na Accra, you are not from the police centers, they are using from the police centers. You are using election, you are providing security. Because on my office crown NDC original organizer NDC 24 echo say no more office echo sheep bullshit. Now election we no claim say we win. I don't think over echo bullshit. I don't think over echo papers. So claim say election me no win. I don't know what say. NPP crown bullshit. No more coaching, no more coaching. So what we need power. I don't think over this age. It means injunction is a practice, when say you would be Joshua, a cotoso. Mom, this I will say, in Joshua, the Ben of court, and we call the Joshua because now you see it's ready. And the beer where you see it, and I say, we are ready. We only need police protection. So the NDC probably say, your office, on the TP sheet now at the end. So now your work commission center, or mobile attacking, and you see officials where they show so can't result in community. We are showing me say, police. Amaya the protection, with the protection, declaration. If you say it's more than ready to declare, and then I say Kotia with the injunction Akotosu. And your NBC. And when so can be intimate, your mammy CJ, Chief Justice, or the person who give me free order. Send me a wouldn't never say the Kokota, Mura, then the other you should and we sit time again. No, mammy, I can say, I'm about clear for you. You can't tell you. Ghana, means a million at your woman in 24 on person, or the Ghana Sua. Mammy, a widow, or your widow, look who and I'm more deep in the faith, and I'm young faith. Now, I dear Marina, young on Ben NDC, Sana, people do my younger day. So, when we come say, near Kosi, let's say that Tibiana, no me shop police station here, NDC strong gold. No me shop, no me strong gold, no winning now. And then it's a knock of teaching ship, no, not of any amount. And now your coalition center, make up the same way, the Ghana. It's in a use and setting a precedent that Tibiana, that we are party, that we are done. Or my so this should be this actually now you see the court. It is and this is for national chairman, no general secretary. I give you a cost of the minister of Moody and nobody. And nobody also come over house. No region 24, especially the regional organizer. And a constituency in 2040 now you share now you assassin now you see for now why not only the declaration. I will say police ought to be providing security. Is that what they are telling us? Say we nip back and the Diano ye. And the Diano ye. Shafina NID organ a time I want to be. And NDCC I want to be protected. John Dramani Mama government so I want to be protected. My end declare Ablekuma North elections.
Okay.
I say and say be per se or delay the process as it happened in Ayawaso West Logo and media actually.
Okay. Baka ubeti me I say in crying say recollation exercise Ablekuma North the new patriotic party candidate me a free ye ebe rini aba ye to ya dan Ablekuma North na.
You mean I'm a was it. If you share and say a pinch sheet I am my party 24 now scanning now. And to me, no, say You are standing now. You are a tabulation. We are winning by 114 votes.
Okay.
Difference. If the NPP are winning, and this is for them pass on winning. Now you can't tell me interview maybe a trouble. Some can say, "Things are more than you now." Some more than you now. Almost some about how to make a say a canon. Almost can say more than now. It is a more now. What are they with it? I am Minister of Communication. Honorable Sam George. What kind of CBS? What kind of radio TV say? They have all the pink sheets. It is a more pink sheet in now. They should tabulate. They should be sincere to Ghanaians to say, "You tabulate here. You the results. The difference." See, ya tablet here, you scan sheet now. You Niomutiti, near car, and in our ya calculation. That you pa NPP won the Ablekuma North seat. Now, young catcher and this important. Young person Ghana, Baye Basasa. Now, young slob. Young na ye nipa. Young na moja bakule. Ubini wa ni dia ni moja ubi dia so. We are yet this for just and say, Yen Penny in the election in Ablekuma North. Yen Penny in the election in Ablekuma North. Election in the year, honorable 3 years and win year. Let's find out your money. That's a good.
But Valerie Sawyer say there should be a rerun. The party in Yadia Bepenny da. Mame Valerie Sawyer.
So no can, Mr. Maker. As party regional secretary, me party and Nemu, me party and no, Greater Accra. Yes, so you see, there will never be a rerun. Yes, now, Mamu, you show political power and Danin Yenye. Anything America say, yen to me, a president, a best microphone said that I will be so sorry and for yes, I didn't be. Yes, to me, yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Not yes, it will be happening in almost every constituency in Ghana. Like I said, everybody say, "Hey, they are something reading." Say, "To me, we need sit for her." Say, "Omuya say, Ablekuma North." There it says, "In a something reading." Not say, "You shut the beer." You stronghold. You better call him to power. You better call it pink sheet war. And no, and Ghana. It's in a year cafe. At the end, yeah, pink sheet. You are scanning in now. You are Morgan from. Yes, you see why you're ready. You see, you can't say every Ghana or see why you're ready. So their declaration. Why is the NDC stopping the EC to do that? All they need is the police. Why are they not providing them with the police? Why are they not providing the EC with the police? Say I am pa. Omuno winning Ablekuma North. Question me this and say, I don't think on the coalition center. I got the tipping sheet war. I don't think on the coalition EC office. I got say EC office. Now video call viral. Yes. Almost end this in Tari Amu Ferry, almost constituency organizer and now MC or Ablekuma North. I don't know the name, Yan video. And maybe a Ghana police at watch your movie. Why is Ghana police not going after those people? A branch here and saying, I call a Tamawoon to me, a branch any draw often. Reported they are gonna yes kasa akoye first no obi nfa board kakra and I'm no kasa ya bring up for that remand for 10 days omo to be show video e show more to be continue what see what that remand 10 days I call remand 10 days me be say Ablekuma North yisi omo office nkofo bi eko say ade eko shi no ma wo and you be a video ni viral Argentina Francophone yen kochiom. Argentina yen kochiom. It adina koye choose and pick. Now when you know the yaoba, now say yaw net tell you more. That be NDC to be international forever. NDC to be international forever. Now that be very fufu koba. Now yesu yesatia. Ubekase na party bi na enye. Ntina ye kase NDC po.
Okay. Paka Adopemba Yanasena Yemfa Unsia say you know NFA the National Security Task Force no for the elections no BBA Wiena ye babe ye recollation exercise na besa so aba na so na ye di hu nkomo kakra why
you be am so da say e T4 na say na mshamo
on so Daniel Odalai Paka Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party and yeneno edi eye enkomo no. Etina Ablekuma North no. The party say we should not and there should not be any rerun. That is all. Yan rerun bia ho. Obi on the pink sheet. And you know, police for and provide security. Na easy no enkonko ye adwuma. Na asumdue mapa. Enso entimi embra. Yarofa eye fetch for ewe ne to so ma me na yempega sa nkomo no nso fan free ho embra. Enti Fitch upgrade eye o my Ghana to B negative and B minus following debt restructuring progress. NDC at this juncture, President John Mahama, Finance Minister, should not take credit because Fitch for no idea abase wamuki eye rating drivers no eye debt restructuring abandada no etimi ye in October 2024 $13.1 billion external debt restructuring in October 2024. President Mahama ne Finance Minister enim ho hwe. President John Mahama and Finance Minister enim we ho hwe. Debt restructuring no $13.1 billion no wamunim ho hwe. It was structured in October 2024 under the previous administration. And when a fetch for Gina, so they upgraded Ghana. President Mahama and Finance Minister. Credit now more Jidiama Mohono say, Mon Maya Bibino. A free heifer. But you wait for soon affair, yeah. The key, you can't say, key drivers of the rate, you know, to Sumamina. Yan King Kamu, Yan King Kamu, now Mount Fonso, the key rating drivers, name you say. Relations with commercial creditors normalized. The upgrade of Ghana's long-term foreign currency, that is IDR to B minus from RD, reflects Fitch's assessment that Ghana has normalized relations with a significant majority of external commercial creditors. Ghana restructured its debt $13.1 billion Eurobonds in October 2024. About $2.6 billion of non-performing external debt still needs to be restructured. Mr. President Mahamani are to forcing $2.6 billion a year dollars debt akasasi restructure. More focus on attention wo. Yet restructure no a. Na ma je no credit. Na nya de obi aye in October 2024. What be restructured $13.1 billion no. Ene so ma fetch for upgrade Ghana no. Mobile beje wo credit enam social media aban papa ba. Na finance minister kran de okan kran no menya so no mu no otiase. O say dey we should wait and see. Adanya sad wokai. Yan kran ye hu ne dey. O bibi so a $2.6 billion a non-performing external debt access restructure. When the President John Mahama ni aben your this way, and you can ni restructure $2.6 billion no. $13.1 billion no. I restructure in October no. Abai way enim ho hwe. Abai way enya hwe emfa ho a. Wamu edge credit no. Etino yenye ho ntiase ye preko pesa. Na yenye de hunu no a. Yete o memu ha ye yo no. 5 months no. Wo abai obetimi dey restructure $13.1 billion ana. Etino clearly President Mahama and Finance Minister and NDC group wankasa no wamo enkaro crunch with regards to matters of the economy. That is all. And not that Mr. Asu supposed to be said and the Finance Minister you can say the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandik Tesiama, also kasa se ene ya kasa wamo etimi ahihye niema ama wama Ghana yan economic buffers no and ye ejina ne so a ene ebetimi arestande any external shocks including geopolitical tensions in Middle East. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Ena Eka say, Dr. Johnson Pandit Yama said, we have built adequate buffers to withstand external shocks, including geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Ebachaw, some way I okay. One in Pefe say, Wabayano, 6 months munye, wanya sheye, abanin ja sheye, aban dadano, ene ye papa ne sisi papa wajade to hono, ena enei, aban ete so mfaso. That is the fact. And one no. Anya bia ne ye bisa ye NDC President John Mahama, Finance Minister, and a Governor of Bank of Ghana say, if indeed the country has built adequate buffers to withstand external shocks, yes, Ramu, 6 months, and she said, build better, adequate economic buffers, they should provide the data. That is all. Me sanswa bisan sem fuami ensa aropei efa ensem we ho de kan aban ben na build this buffers no ene ya ye ka sei me ba chwa na so aban ben na build this buffers no ene ya ye ka sei ama yan economy na gina na nan so ama external shocks e beba bia no economy ni betimi agina no aban ben 6 months aban na build this economic buffers na we are asking the president, the finance minister, and the governor of Bank of Ghana critical questions and not pay. Me say 6 months into President John Mahama and this year in government, and she say no de buy ya and no ama yenya adequate buffers to withstand external shocks. Some buffers in one build here. Say if indeed President Mahama and this in a build here 6 months, one bet him they build this buffers now. The answer is a big no. Why would you hear? At a moment now, thou say, one buy no, one buy baby, one when you hoote, one buy that to crown where I approve your crown. Secure as I said, call the various departments and agencies, and quiet. I don't know the number of the four, come who say, one will release the funds, send a baby, I bet him the I am receiving the fear Juma. Who call the various DS in Swa, one was one of them who come say, Mumasikanimbra, Mumaskanimbra, Fanya Juma. And to one bag at the crown, ultimately, and for Husika, some enquiry. Now, Banny saying a whole Ghana, and yet, economic buffers, was all by a 6 months panel, where to me, I build it, I'm an adequate. Now, I told you, ye beside President Mahama, the finance minister, governor of Bank of Ghana, said, Sir Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado Bawumia-led government. Abraham Konwane sono, wamuja a whooping $8.98 billion gross international reserves, and representing about 4 months import cover in December as of December 2024. Wadaroma, wamonsono data ben a chere say, wamo evidence ya ba and ne ayeka say. Yet me are building adequate buffers. One for a data remember. Adequate buffers, yeah, Governor of Bank of Ghana, say yet we are building a best withstand the external shocks, a Jumadenia Jumapan modern bar. Are down Kwaku for Dr. Bamud Bamia buying a year the two ho. One kono na a whooping $8.98 billion gross international reserves. Na edem entino se bibi bobua yanko crack reframa no ne ma ya de sika e boy ho bra yanko ba besia sa sika wo ya do dan kwakufu ade ne ba mia ejade to ho no e betimi ahwe oman na abosome baako enan wo ba ye no abosome nsia munie nti wadaroma ehemfa ene enhye be na ade ba ya yetimi build adequate buffers e bet withstand the external shocks. You guys should be truthful to the good people of Ghana. Namunyai say, Adia bia papa, eba enei, na ba na je, bone ba dia, yes, yamfa subuan ko ba ba dada no. Adia se buhuru so no. Adia no. What is that? Montre se mo be ma credit to who credit is due. Namunya dia mo tuo na mo kire no. yenim eye data no abrado dan kwaku for the efri akodwa ne so no yenim data and data no corresponded to the current successes chalked by the economy. And no ultimate mechanic say 5-6 months what is say be agu so mon show working if indeed more na mo build this adequate buffers no e be stand the external shocks do show working. Na atoso mi ensa, what has been the contribution of the NDC government to both the dollar and gold reserves? The pacho gold reserves no one. Aban dada no ejaye at 30 tons no. Aban we buy no wo mutimi ade 1 ton po. Me aban ne pegu ho de dada na o ma ba o mo ton. Wo mo ton se ne e beyo a dollars ne be more system no mu. Ama see ne appreciate. Wo mo strategy nyina no. Enti no wo no gold reserve no umfa 1 ton po enka ho ye. Gold reserve no na air back you my Ghana ama ye sika na gina na so. It will buy 6 months in year umfa a ton of gold mpo enka the already existing reserve no ho El Bank of Ghana. Enti no you can't take credit for ade a wonye ye. Enti no they should come again. They should come again. No munya so mutum futuro e de egu Ghana fo ani no. Debt restructuring no and they are say abandoned and restructure $13.1 billion. Naka $2.6 billion. No, abayo this way. Unim ho hweye 2.6 no. Bomade nako restructure. Na success no ba ye de ho abasobode amount. Dr. Eford Ayrakwa a fellow APL or sanso a development economist. University of Ghana, Legon. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, Minya.
Yo, at your for Joe. So, say, who you dear?
About the Adam, who you are.
Yeah, the Yamiase. Ready a quick one. And rather than fetch upgrading my Ghana from RD to a B minus. Abaya what is way. I say, one on a BBA. But ya king kind a key rating drivers, you know. Ama 54 essay. Due to a year Eurobonds are abandoned and it's restructure to a tune of a year $13.1 billion, you know. And no Anna and nay ama wa mananya munyamo internationally with our partners in Tia. One more etimi upgrading. But we check all the trends are bar. It seems that abey edge credit, you know, at the amano. Wadaruma, Muama Quadare wo economics mui. A bassa, a foot will burn in some bay, and the Ebe catch the Ghana four, and all my dry montanta, one more 8 years.
That's very really and pass say Amandia, we are say phenomena in Makua or Emma extra or minor who day now you indicated that it's so. Now switch one of the globally acceptable ones you use to. Now and now what to Ghana a Kenya say a Shelly ama or mine Ghana say and just say ya or mine the two na kwemu a bra yakwa hu hiemu from the PCPEC post economic recovery post COVID economic recovery program all the way to debt restructuring. Former finance minister, I mean, kind of recognize here, successfully no yet mean I conclude negotiations no all the way in December. I think that Nina Eke boom and to be here as a December 2024 no or mine Ghana Nanka Yanka yet unsustainable levels no as a result of that negotiations are no my debt to GDP ratio no it's from to about 61%. That shows to say in fact now we have come back to sustainable levels. The goal let's say you do 55%. But we're doing somewhere in excess of 70
8%.
Yeah.
And secondly, the restructuring, no, it didn't happen overnight. Over here, it's a process that started here from Kenny Furata and Finance Minister Honorable Adam. So,
yeah.
And finally, no, Onona Otmi signing off quite a bit of that restructuring. No. And also, and into all of these, February and January, and some formal agreement be a and nuna ejina swama and fish say o man Ghana and say why or no ama yeba creditors international investor community no omanya ireshemu e o man Ghana move you say you be to me at the yenzika you be to be investment wa na say would you be na onipa no ofese ehia no ama ogine ho a enje eno onipa no ede ne hihye ya beto wani mu se kwan a mefa so nie na se ne be ya obeti ase no wu sampa mani abre se te bia mi wo mu no mani nje ho mpese meje me ho eni ntino papa yi a ono na ya bia ohene okrom ha yi pese wo de adapade bia wo me no ono nso ede nani obedi ho adanse na ne ameye bia na bu hu konta atre no ema wo a ye de oka no utunu se oni pa asem oka yi eto asomu ema botaye mu eno ebe gina se empo se koba se onti a woka ni riye na se ohie sika de bibia utunu se anamo abrantie yi etui anamompa enti se ni pia na ebe boa manfaso aba na nyame ntade on anamo a wo sha se wutu no watumi atu akodu baabi na omo a omo tinchen tesew efese papa yi obo no ho modern price ase enunyam bi asa na nka ndaso ni ho se de hu se enunyam bi asa na brabo mu ye be ka se bi a new person oba enti na ba na sa na no it is a program you follow. One, which is the PCPEC program. Two, which is the debt restructuring. Three, which is the IMF program now. All of these and ama that level of confidence, in the eyes of the international community. And I just think say amambu eyan to aso. And say obia shase na wababe to aso na sabri anyunyam aba. And say now person wo dia saa so na oha obi efietire ba ese wote ba de enye ne saa eye Ghana ene etiro man obi hyase wa breso ena saa nunyam no aba ese yetumi agitu mu se nia mo hyase no aboa ama ede enam apa yina yehwe no ebreyen. That is how we build an economy. That's how we build and govern. Now not what some of the leadership are doing. Yes, it is nice to say what contributed to it. That we can't take it away. So they have contributed to this success. But they can't say Omuna edicts are making success. What specific policy have they implemented? There's no specific policy. Even exchange rate near my year, I can bet you. I keep telling you, it's just a matter of time, and we'll see where they belong. And so I don't think we should be too concerned. I think, yes, it's a good news for Ghana. Let us continue to work together as a people and make sure that we get the best for our people.
Very well. And rather, Adiaba Konsua, a governor of Bank of Ghana, will be a green one nano pay ye dimun komono or say and they can say a bino and now or manner to me build a very strong economic buffer. So I bet me withstand any external shock, including geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. But a major question is Abaya what is way ebet me the 6 months per a build a solid and a strong economic buffer sir about standing a year any external shocks are doc.
That meka no initially na na kakra na metaka is say you will be a speculative motive for the demand of money. Now that issue of forex and global economics, your ability to manage expectation is very important. Near Governor Ebeye, is just a way of managing public expectation, because when we say already, they have begun experiencing some volatility in the exchange rate market. And then, open dollar because you can't supply dollars on endlessly. And see, what I see the governor doing is basically trying to, put in some sort of caveat. The general public say, Mamu press more dollars because of what is happening elsewhere, and that we have enough reserves. If you say you have enough reserves, how much is the reserves? How much reserve have you added? Because what building enough gold reserves? What building enough international reserves? Import cover. But 1 year, 12 months. Then I know some Saturentum and the quality to us who are Frimpong. You won't trade. But we haven't done that. Our reserve is just around $10 billion. And that's just about 3.5 months import cover. You inherited nearly $9 billion in reserve. Plus over 30 tons of gold reserve. How much of that have you added? And to want to mean say what building enough is, I don't think so. I disagree with the governor respectfully, but like I said, it is purely a way of managing public expectation. That is what he's doing, and it is okay. We do it because you must be able to manage public expectations so that they don't put pressure on your system. So that is what is happening. And of course, the data doesn't support what he's saying. If you say you have built reserve, you can or you start in. Then you say, and fear me and say, and so we don't know how long this is going to take. It's our prayer, said this will not last like the Ukraine war. But nobody knows how long this will take. And as long as this continues, oil prices will go up. The oil prices equals you require a lot of dollars to import oil. Are you saying that you have enough reserves to import oil for the next 6 months? Should this war continue? I doubt we have that capacity, because there is no major thing we are doing in this country. We are building a local buffer. We are not building local buffer. To say we are replacing our major imports with local industries or local substitution, import substitution industries. We're not doing that. What the governor is doing is rather making the import of goods and services cheaper. And then you require dollars to import these goods and services. And it is a governor that can say we're building enough reserves there. I don't see it. The data doesn't support that. Because from what he inherited as governor, nearly $9 billion, the question is, how much has he added by way of reserves? And if you've done just about $1 million or less than $1 billion reserves, won't mean to say what the building reserves, and so we can withstand the shock. You see, over there they want to take credit. That is the irony of it. I want to be it's over 2 reserves now. Abuano, and you want to take credit, say you have built enough reserves, but baby, a core fitch by you don't want to give credit. So we need not to do the choose and pick and choose style of governance. And what they say, the general public is enlightened. Yet must say, and you won't mean taking the ordinary voter for granted any longer. So let's be honest. Let's come in all humility and be honest with the people. And we know the truth. All right.
Okay. Doc ma ya na se na ye fa o ensi ase yenim se nkomo ye ha na be so ye kua ni mu no bibi kire ya adwen fa ho a e be san so aba na so biem why
That's the brain.
okay and you know that was Dr. Hayford Ayirakwa or a development economist at the University of Ghana. I think you know fellow APL. Okay, some 23 minutes gone past the hour 8. Ochema bani abna nasi. Kwankrata mo boso tau na womo ede atoa so na fi yetimi edi nkoma hodua akanyina. And you know the president and the finance minister and the governor of Bank of Ghana should be truthful. Womu Ghana for no who say Ghanaians are now enlightened. Utimi medintro. Within try data no ho yebeko yaba you will be exposed. And one no. Ochaba machi.
Osikani Joshua.
Boko there.
Blessed.
Nice one. Abna ho ye.
Wafanya adome ho ye.
Ya da nyame ase pa. Kwankrata na ba.
Yes.
And ye yentinsimwe.
Okay.
Na yonkwe anim.
To be 101.3.
Start my na.
You. Ofaya dase. Ye be di kan ye chia ya shefo na no pay. Na ya momo akwa baba west in the morning dwumedi no so. Enkrata ne mu nsem de dosu bebre mi hyase with the new publisher say hide nothing and fear nothing. Usheku wakrata ne nimu a ene former finance minister Iraken Oforiata and ne yere ena ne funi eda hase. And o say my king has not run away. Was Ghana ye fie aha ena Iraken Oforiata wo free. Enti ne ebinu wo keka se wodwane akwatena manane one person ye baby say bisa nsem ntin wo se ne krebie enimu na sabre yi akwakoye ni seju na wie na hoto no obebe fie na asama ompeso mu bisa no no wa ba be yi ano a the new publisher ko wakrata no e de aba enne anopai na minority kokos no ene wo mo accuse executives ni say bani judiciary na manipulation bi ekoso e wo hono nti wo mo enye ahye na yera Frank Anodompre and yes official where royal where the kron will free in Sawom Adreji, the new publisher.
Yo, I pay the news center. And I did to us the news center. Now, we shall ban a headline one. I don't know what at so eminu pay 2. Our woman near. And they a queen Shabrani see our Aquani acquainting Ponsuono. And who couldn't tell Abba. Now, let me tell me say. Osha abosumi enumua 5 months nie enimpa beye apem ahamienu ne aduosia enson 1267 ana worumu atwana nanom wonsia de ya ana makwanhia so na motorcycles nkoa no ekumanimpa ahanum ene ediotwe emienu 582 ewo eye omanga mu ha wodiko ha mabupen no a eduananum echiripo no enkono 45.9% ana nei wonom atwana nanom wonsia de ya enye covid ne ku wo mo na mom no eye asan ene evidie titamfo moto ene cars ni bi ene ku wo mo yera Johnson Pandit Esiama one eye amarado awada ISCLAIMER kubata na no Bank of Ghana wono etrem send dey yen buffer stocks anasa strong buffers se buffer stock sika ndey eda amanone ebetumi aka so se bia biribitiri yeso o manyimu ebetumi ede ahwe ho ede abo ho bra no emu agire pampe pass sebe obabo ne ataso no enu se ban se global stocks biampo eba se nia Iran ene Ukraine Israel and pena abranti we hamado Ukraine ne Russia toko
adan yaro na
wanamfu Kenneth
na od Russia ni Ukraine
ase me say Ukraine ara se me say Iran no dey srem ntama abaf margin no Iran ne Iran fon tokwa no ano sia bibia sa ba ebetumi ahwe ho so na ade ba ko so frit for etumi ade abetu janse nde Ghana no ye hwe pa se ye economic outlook no very encouraging na we may rate and be negative and on some wa ha na ECG for so sensem ne na wa ha no pe the news center Ediaba.
Daily Guide ko wakrata ne se Ghana's favorite newspaper. Church for penny demand the new patriotic party Emmanuel Kuno. Eye Justin Kodua Frimpong phone da send rampeni focus share ye. E won kran won ekoye meeting. And watch remusa nyame adomo a 2026 January bosome ne de 31st. And now the new patriotic party Emmanuel Kuno ebepa wo mu frank tufo e di atwen 2028 elections no. Krata feto so miensa e wo Daily Guide ubetumi akenkan e wo mu yie pa. Na yera Freddy Blay wole mewu ne phone e da ha sei e na osi wono de wada so e wo gidie e wo Dr. Mahmoud Bamia ne ticket nim se 2028 yen fa ne koye shobet obetumi aboa e di nkunimdi e di aba na yera Justice Mason ne phone da ha wakopie mu e wo vetting committee nim na o kire mu se any constitutional interpretation satumi no it is vested in the judiciary, not in parliament. Ye interpret constitution ni be bia our parliament a lawyer for a judge for Juma and no Daily Guide at the Aba. Yes, a First National Bank Ghana Sabre Womo yasan pompisika for Eddie Egumwa 35 million US dollars and also our Daily Guide kuwakratin and an pay National Service Authority and Musa graduate ibi say in Kayetumi ma womu pin codes no mutumi koyo National Service no ya block 3597 pin code Daily Guide edinam.
But when say Frederick what's me will blame anything? What's me anything pa I'm go for free say bia na hutedin.
What's me
Freddy what's me will blame anything. Na Daily Graphic the Bokrata no truth and accuracy every day. And they fit for and day one more grade Ghana no. As end this for mu be that. As a woman di bronya no. Baby abefe bia fish. Baby abefe bia fish. Na diango.
Ochema.
Yeah.
What we say we have a lot of people in this country. All arguments they don't read. What can fetch for report on the buy? There are certain things omujina so and so omudi upgrading. And you man omobo so ni na ya benda than the buy. So why are you jubilating?
It's true.
Even the finance minister is jubilating about it. Fine, and when you quit anymore will say jubilating, but we need to give credit to whom credit is due.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. More jubilating a fetch for say when you headline and no more screenshots, no more spreading. And you ma be na fetch for dinner so. One the grade Ghana
because Omokasa for the successful restructuring of the 13.1 billion euro bond and sure. One any other two account one so into no restructuring of the euro bond and started free you reckon of a pencil and I'm starting say euro bonds Bosnia Yajino be Manso akasi no more restructure any the external creditors kasa mo mutumi ti asia ma ye de ka de bi ekwe ni mu ni ade ndu enya yi bia
enti mo enya mo na maye wate ase enya mo na maye kane na ban ne ka se ye toto nyoma Ghana be ko ni mu nya abotre no na mo fi se ye boa enti fetch for we ni mo nkọ kenkan full soldiers na mo nkọ kenkan na mo nti ase
yo na we yewura atofo asifoni a fetch for upgrade ni eda han free wa Supreme Court nso anura Judge for bi mu ande ya veto am say do make Supreme Court no ba ko ya Justice Mensa wo kire mu sen kebe ya Supreme Court judge for no yem peg do 20 na ka entumi amwo to no support pa no nso mu nsem de aba local printers wo mo print e books ni ade ene ye paper converters wo mu kire mu say yem fa mbra enfa mbato mo adwuma na wo mo eye no ho na etumi aboa na wo mo nso mo adwuma mo ye no matumi aye no maye ni ye na duto no ma ni hia no yetumi aprente ade amaye Daily Graphic
me troso e wo the Ghanaian publisher me de be so or see integrity and professionalism if a President John Dramani Mahama Nufoni e da hase and na ne nominees na wo de wo ko Supreme Court no ba konso foni e da hase and yes say 2-term presidential limit no yema no so ho papa no so no de wofo aso constitution ni naka enti sa wo de court na wo se constitution se consecutive na wo se media me ko ba ye media ni ye consecutive say ya wo se 2-term no eye eye nya ba kofo ne nim nyansan wo krom ha obetumi ebu man obi nko no obi so mra wa ye bia ye yankase wa ye bia to aso enti papa no so no de wofo aso 2-term na ye mfa bi nsoso mo bia eno so eda ko wakrate ni Justice Minister Ghanaian publisher Eddie Abba ene anope na former finance minister Yero Muhammad Amin Adam Anta ne phone da ha and was a fish for upgrade no a vindicated the NPP legacy what you say inti mo nkwa kan aha wo mo nsam na mo kan ye ni nyina no credit no eye NPP 4 e na wo se de ema wo mo the Ghanaian publisher nim na ye kire mu se ene Israel 4 ene Iran 4 ntokwa wo mo queen Ghana 4 wo ho se etumi bo wo mo ho ban intete sa de aban be yi Ghana 4 922 e di free Israel sane be ya wo mo ntokwa wo mo enya wo mo ko ebi nkonko kan ye nuanom no krata fe to so mienu e the Ghanaian publisher the aba minority no mo won say there is a legal crisis ahead into Ghana yenya hye Ghanaian publisher
na me the custodian fearless fair and reliable the worker no and also suni yegina na anopai yade the worker mo boso no yade esi ha na ye Alexander Kwame na fanyo mark no san hene wo kire mu say John Dramani Mahama His Excellency one want to me sabe o to me to shebere ma na mom no wo tufo say judicial capture no hwe na emfa faso bia mbra o man Ghana no say NPP wa bem no say one wa pack the judicial with NPP aligned judges okay say ne so aba ana wodi binum ekogu Supreme Court and they you vet binum do ekogu Supreme Court yenim say binum yemfiri wa o de omu na ekoka ho yesrew man wa dwen say bia obi bia wo pe e wo man mu nti ana wo ya sade no de oni o tu phone tu shebere ye Alexander Kwame na family concern hene phone ada ha now the third gentleman of the land was Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Aban Kings for Suma Nababen. Also, Chirem said, "Edu baby John Dramani Mahama, obey me, obey me, our friend. Hello. I pick you so. Me person call quiet. NHI board chair. No, NHI na sanse ni mu negus wono. Men do no we de menko. Se wo bobo sa san sadali fo ne wan edi wo super dia. La menko. Ntino e wanje antumu. So mo call NHI board chairman. Nti wa abrogate or refuse that offer na ne krakra mu no enu mu bi ono mu ewo Israel se na abra boss no eno na me di ewie 922 ana abanwe ehwe no wafa yen foreign affairs minister so ene Ghana ambassador wo Israel se onhwe na yentumi yen evacuate wo mu femfiri wo enfo wo mbra because sebe afam yenu ne nyom ntoko a ensinsan de ede no mo kire wo mo nti ano so ne yegyina na no pay yede do bokra atemu nsam no edi esie
ma yena mo ase some 34 minutes gone past 8.
By the National Council, we express our dissatisfaction by the conduct of the Ghana Police Service for failing to provide security for the Electoral Commission to conclude the outstanding 3 police stations at Ablekuma North. The party had earlier on written letter to the Electoral Commission and the Ghana Police Service to explain to us why we have not been.
Frederick Boahen, a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team. Wabekansa ewo fidua mu ha se yere ne sinkonwa ne yedi nkomo na nkrumbo pa mu ebe so na dwumadi ahodo aka nyina nso atimi ato aso de ama ebacho oil marketing companies ne se Ghana for expecting a rise in the price of petroleum products in the next window. Baba, Romo boys in here, every cosro. That's it. We are one of the Omo Pacram Gomiti be what from when Saba and Papa Naban. Obetemo Samia. Men are Navi Bessia, Obetu blade the fool. Moncaso. Moncaso, what? I will say the next pricing window, no Ghana for we should brace ourselves for a rise in petroleum products. Prices in the cost road. I thought we had say President John Mahama 24-hour economy no say Yami Aduma July a year 1 war air sas yero. Wamos reno man fan fa a year one more ton fem wono. Man fan fa ho. Na nya de o metime 24-hour economy. Esan so my Ghana insecurity no just say enya papa and I'm say wamu meti here okuja to black kwamo kwachi ofosumu NDC fo no a wamu nim de a wamu ahyeda ayo ma ho tse wamu nim de ekoso nyina no wamu mra metie sada no da meti na fia aka se amana o ma ye 24 hour economy amana ye yie nyina no emu gina ne ma me ensa so 1 energy 2 security 3 public transport system. Ghana ya de gina say the energy sector gina say public transport system gina say security gina say et no OMCC no enso de abetum say 24-hour fuel service not safe without proper security. China biem o de hihye ba mbadwin ho mienu mo for WhatsApp and text 502480711174 so bra ye beje brani akenka 17 de amal Dr. Frederick Boahen. Good morning, Doc.
Osi, very good morning. And to your ahwana washo nyina na ahwana wote nyina. Osi, very good morning.
Nice one. Ohoye.
Osi nyame adom. Ended that day, in fact, Fox FM, member Radio 360. Tenafim Radio 360 to wanya ntemo. Mopona 9 Timala mi moko du fie. Ano pe no mabre.
No, obi.
Tino yetimi abedi.
Yeah.
And then I'm yasi.
Very well. May there be a mekase kakra ejuma o ye no. Oh yeah, as a communicator. A man in your will be a hunu ye. A mouth for NPP reward the hard work.
Yes.
Into Koso.
Yes.
Down come a bino. Obetede.
Osi.
Ate.
I can't the matter.
Now, the Sanso character also say 2 minutes by now, woman nim. Now, the hawks in the NPP. Your body so akwapa no kwafo wasum party ntino ye pia wa hye ase na akwakọ ye adwuma ho na obi swode ebe yensem hunu bia sa nipa no kromu ha yankọ ha mena mka kire wo yankọ ha time wa sa nipa na da no wona radio station to radio station ye adwuma de ama party ene de sa nipa no wontwe ne ti o what is your body? Oh, na doctor no bada bay. Hey, man, try sadian and kabida. Yes, and kabida. Ye ni samua ye hwede ye konyina. Ye ni mo ye adwuma de ama party no.
Yes.
Entino kan akoma to yam.
O si mati.
Bibia be fine.
Mati o si.
Afa so no wo so mbe contest regional elections no so no. Wo ye adwuma nyina no ye tifie ha ye nim. Nteduru ho a.
Yes.
You bet you ni pa. Woman to abanfamo.
Yes.
And one no.
Osi.
And one no.
I can't do.
Aye. And one no. How so the oka?
And one no.
Nako. And one no. Dog party ni muti say.
Osi nyame adom. I think that ehwe ahon keka sisi ano oreba na. I think it is very commendable. And you know, I think that it is picking up. So it's almost all the branches are. I think that Kofenyan Kranshebium when you want Sonkokra to work for the mother party. 2028 today, people will see an energized new patriotic party that they have never seen before. Also, me say NPP 2028, a party with 88 members of parliament. Now there's a surprise that will come. The numbers that will come, Ghanaians will see that it is not, and same with NPP ni or Dafoma, they are preparing with a force. So we know that come 2028 there will be a difference in our electoral system.
Now, the National Executive Council who do a year or first National Executive Council meeting after the 2024 election defeat. Now the outcome no ni dikai any party no edin hihya ba se nyame ya adomo Saturday 19th July and a party no ebe hold the National Delegate Conference ewo Accra Lagos Sports Stadium. Ne etosu mienu nso no party no set up a 9-member committee to spearhead preparations for the National Delegate Conference. The committee will be chaired by Honorable Joseph Osei Joe Wise. Nafe Henry Nanabuachi Esquire. I serve as a vice chair. Afe so no party no edeba se nyame eya adomwa date for the presidential primaries no ebeye 31st January 2026. Doc, enkomoyi ye pejani say.
Osi. Anope mamemfa incheke se mamu two hard-working members of parliament. Oye Efia, lawyer Boama. Se ekwa Efia, when you see Jumedia, nimpa ne party ni power. But the kind of work oyo Efia constituency wano, MDC no krampomba. And we have to yebwana bado kese nara. Na me Takoradi amami dim Honorable Kobi Ochredako. Dende any birthday so. Ntino, yaman happy birthday. Na nyankopon so onhia ne kesenara. Osi, you see, since you never the NPP, our greatest issue is our presidential primaries. Extra, this is one of the things extra 2024. Yani presidential primaries more yay. And it went ahead to affect us in the general election. And you know, say going forward, no, say if you don't learn anything from what happened, 2024 election year, then it means that we are not making progress. And you know, I think that the whole party in the our presidential primaries is very, very key. And you know, because it's an actually the various camps that has risen. And then when you go to social media, when you see the various camps, how a bit timika some far the opponent and one no it is not good at all for the party. Sometimes in a bon there in Sambia, a bon painful belekano. You go on a radio station and you see that the NDC will bring the same thing to refer. The on your day no okay, on your day no okay, on your day no okay. And it is very worrying. Yempede it be basic come 2028. Ye be a unified force. Na ochede da mekasa na onfamfa somba no. Ye be je ni nyina. Intimidity there. Se sisia no especially with the presidential primaries no. So what konentama. We have more time ahead of us to resolve any conflict, to bring all the party members together. Because Adi Obeye Year when you're there, you work with 2028 election with a divided front. It will fight against us, Ankas. And when the CCNO, NDC, we don't know who is even going to come. But I want to wager one day now to war, and they always speak on NPP. Why? Because of our two potential candidates. It said the master me say another me how we say I'm sure now you solve it will head the party come 2028. And more that is why in the wisdom of the neck they have come up there. We should do this very, very early. In this actually is the 31st of next year, January. Ekwani nimbebreu. Today, from now
7
to
months,
yes, ekwani. So with this short period, say obiambo let us go to the presidential primaries. Yeah, if one year presidential candidate asa. I hope there nimpa when winning presidential primaries, he should be there in the interest of the mother party. He will all come together to fight. Because me send the yala, I was at the radio station and they were making reference to Yane primary C. So we should come out with the main agenda no fi ho. And when them the polling station one no na they no so no they also are expanding the fine so that there will be more inclusion. Now one part now on so how can say nye say obi wo no we hold office in MPP. Ochede say netam so no kwa, he's no more relevant to the party. I think one area extra very very impressive, encouraging because obi wa why national chairman da, obi a regional chairman da, regional secretary da. Into a cheddar say what next election we winner or NPP meeting, they cannot invite that person. He cannot come to that meeting. Obi also so he has ideas. Sankoliba meeting Nibia. Next ordinary channel draw to what he can support. Obi or also supporters in the region, in the constituency. And can you imagine there? What to aba will lose into China. His expertise is no more needed. If you are not supporters, you will obey one yaw. We must share idea what they also want to know. The media. NPP as a party, Muntu Aba Mani Bium. Inti sende, the Mukofuni Ninano, they are all welcome back to the party. Inti no, can you imagine there? Since your former regional chairman, constituency chairman, Necessisiano, and when they are coming into the party to support, come 2028. You can see that now the party will have more hands to work. On by the elected ones now quoting in table there's a constituency executives Nick Krebi, they'll be doing all the work in the constituency. Since the former executives will also come and Obandama they will help. It's more that this meeting or your one thing that has really meaning there Obaka MPP fu bebre wana kumato on him. Now in one area and kwake one boy electoral college in so that all card bearing members can vote. But also they came up with a reason there within this short time frame. Urban finances, logistics are what they implement come 2028 so what they will do in there now we'll best start implementation process so that by the time we go to the next election we should have a strong database. The time logistics will be in place so that every card bearing member can come in and also show his decision when it comes to the party. Because sometimes a bit is chrome tell them TV doing Takoradi hade obitim home ebonda so all about kana samachram amemu dem NPP party no ye ne damade ye onye ye ne damade ye onye ye ne damade. So there are so many people in the marketplaces when you executives but Sanka party when we go to these people they will tell you some of the simple things of you that the party is not going well. Make only on your card bearer member but na kumem no or MPP ni if you want to aba MPP for be 4 executive times consecutive times intino or MPP ni boni oni card. But the Mukofun, when you go to them, they're also able to express their views. And they dance saying, Major Town, no be bad. Yet no na ye chim TV no ye chim ne hu de ewodo. Oh okay. Now intino ya baba mo emone ye ejumari ma party no. But we will come. Many baba betting to talk. So the ordinary people around they all have views. Yes. And to compare the electoral college now on so the what no come the next neck meeting or the amendment on so umbra. So that it doesn't matter. Obi MPP can come. Can you believe there if you feel that you are a part of the party directly when it comes to decision making? It's a few kuma it's a biahu. But the party will move you there or there a member keke. But you have also want your views, your decision. Obey your biado. One thing NDC they are doing clearly, sometimes some of these things. And the NDC will win. When you go to radio and you see the kind of things that they are doing for them, say a MPP sometimes when you hear it, it gives you some signal. It is science you former executives they are coming. Waiting will be electoral college now everybody can vote. A card bearing member. The kind of encouraging be the babano. Everybody, can you believe that a mate or can? But you can make decision when it comes to NPP. Share only few people be. They think that obeti will influence one then they depend on them. Can you believe that a mate now you can make a decision when it comes to electoral flag bearer? Obendamas ye flag bearer, it means that everybody ne edowum ne yetimi flag bearer. So I'm believing and me GD there, the NEC have done the right thing. So let every member of the party, let us support the decision of the NEC because it was voted upon and it has been adopted. In NPP ni bianjintum. I mean the one thing about me there, me if this is the stand of the party, mother party, not say this is the stand we are going at. Me, I support it.
Okay, but your take on the top bottom processor and they are bar party no a connect meeting no omo a resolve say nyame adomo a and ye dikai ato presidential elections no ye presidential primaries no and sana elections ahodo aka nyina no ye do you think say ebeboa ama nei womo ana womo tirimu ka se kame se ene ye to free asie ho ba soro ho no a ya na influence no edos do etino ene yan to free soro na yan famra efomo. Do you think say sir approach way ebeboa ama party no I have a united front moving into a year 2028 general elections?
Osi, I think that Obobwa, the bottom to down,
the top to bottom.
Yes, top to bottom, Obobwa. Because Osi, NPP miss any problem in your presidential primary here. Pa from polling station in your uncle. Osi, but that time Obodo presidential primary, that is where our heat is. And then me say Nanabi, no lichem there. The reason intra wire and the there. Open presidential primaries here, it is our major problem, NPP right now. When you look at the camp of Kennedy Japan, the camp of Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia, Ebeka Jamende do send dance no Kennedy Japan ne birthday. And also Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia, a friend, wishing a happy birthday. And Kennedy was making a statement today. And when they be no, they don't have any problem. But it's tough. Now, every camp is fighting each camp, not and when they be in. So, say, if you're able to take that thing off, and Tama, see what else again? Since you are not from January 31st, from going forward, you're presidential candidate. Since you are not Abedibio. Our sister, you speak against our presidential candidate. It means that party name penasa. From that time, you're expecting there, whether you are a woman or a man, you have to support our presidential candidate. Can you believe NDC? Some of these things also NPP, you can't find it in NDC because their chairman and their leadership will come at you. But I know we allow certain things to take center stage in fasuni ho intino say said the mad in ye fiwa osi me chidi do obobwa.
Okay,
and only time will tell that when we implement this, I think going forward no you also take clue from them decision you making no oboya and now amboa since them decision we are taking it based on previous experience until you take them decision. So after this decision has been implemented yen presidential flag bearer Nase Obodu Hono, you also learn from what will happen going forward. Okoyeya, it means that we have done a good job. Wankoyeya, I think that we have the opportunity that the next time we can also make changes and amendments.
Okay.
Can you believe that Yeko constituency? Sisia na Baumia Kennedy Japan camp and what did I fight and dama we could do regional Obodu Hono no maybe the heat coming on also. Intino made to me. I support the decision. Once NEC has made this decision, I support it.
Okay.
That for faith in Techi, Obianfana won din Techi. Let us explain to our followers. No Biantiase that this is the decision of the party. Now let us implement it.
Okay.
Now share how it is going to bear fruit going forward.
All right.
Ebiano why one of the best decision for us.
Okay.
Until see me, I support it.
Nyame aduma Saturday 19th July and our party no edia to say yebeye National Delegate Conference. Na hono ena Professor Aaron Michael Quay 2024 election defeat report no. And ye party no ebe deliberate on ye and some of the buy na ya find a ye you can say resolutions to sa and semono wadaroma National Delegate conference. Were expectations in the be way because I don't pay any the regional secretary in Komo Fiasi. And will say a hono any report to the moon 7 no amendment names a home crown benina no one benya akwenya na womo ISA amendment no na fe and she say ahohoro and she ahodo na fe and she afo from the ban so no ho e na o me decide say womo de ban na say womo ye de 19th July Saturday 2025.
Osi, today Mesa Akeno. I think that this delegate conference will now open the doorway for any implementation in the party. Because after this delegate conference, amendment wobejatum ma wonjin tumni nyina Dr. Aaron Maikwe ne reporting deliberation wobeye nyina no wia wobejatum no. That is what the party is going to base on going forward to make a decision and implementation. Enti no sesisi anu ya delegate conference here. Yentimpu nya foothold na yemfa nke presidential primaries and all the other elections. Enti no, I think that it is in the right place and it is constitutionally, it is in the right place when it comes to the party that we do this. After we have done this, ade wobeja tumu hono ma wonjin tumu hono ono na party ne abohwada going forward ye de be yedwuma. Nti no me dem robon pe de time no so one chance one wie. Let us see the amendment that will come. Because some of the amendments it will trigger down to the polling station and the constituency. So idea okay no its effect is not only on the national, it will trigger down to the electoral station, the polling station. It is very good that we wait for them. And then I have faith that whatever that will come, it will be the best for the party. I mean, one thing, me NPP as a party, I follow NPP as a party. It is what my belief is in. In time, I believe that what the Juma Desha wants, I support you, or I have faith that you do a good work for the mother party. The delegate conference here, Wolukwe, the presidential primaries here, Yabokwe, I have faith that once it comes to the party, every decision, amendment that will come, whether I like it or not, I will support it. Because 2028, we have to win this election. I made the mobile per the time, 19 July, one combra. Let us see the amendment that will come. On them the urban constituency, the regional, I ain't follow. Na yetimi yada ko 2028 election. So I believe in the wisdom of the National Executive Council that they have done a good job. Okay, and the expansion of the electoral college, polling stations, will be moved from 5 to 7. Yes. Now the electoral area coordinators, will be moved from 1 to 5. And electoral area executives. Yes. And top bottom approach, amount for say it is welcome. The Buana yetimi ebie a party electoral college no. Yes. But yama sa a word of caution. Near party ebeka neck I think the second highest. Yes, the second highest decision making body. Good. Dear as you say amadi abano. Woni hu kwan say obabu neck na nimtia na wakase tia. No. And where I can come functions I what party no mu a womo superior than the party itself. And I bet no be na baby e kan sem hunu. And I bet no be na baby bottom top approach nya de a ye bepene so. O ye hwan. Make ni gitumu a. Asa. Yes, and would you follow some factions on Facebook comment in conversations or make it at time. Adiana oje. Party I will say do party no na wo dom party no so party no. Emu mpanimfo e the decision by beboa party no a. Wo to say enya ade a wo be pene so ne apene so chena. Aha, wo no wo ye hwan. Osi. Messi eya party fo mpanyimfo no ehwa. They don't know that some of these things here orthodox there he will not support it. Osi, you will be surprised there. Messi, you go to program and NDC, the statement na NPP painful na they are benefited from the party. And then John we no intino etim enya Facebook live auto instrument I you see the etino lekan. Osi, Messi, you go to a radio station and you'll be defending some of these things. And it is very disheartening. Memphis and Minchipin, I'm not say STM ha. I'm the Iskebia Bamendis for HAD. Now I'm the wiki and the one radio station I'm Mokweno. Ebeke wiki no. And this communicator no about. Chede no buefua de sikana wedino. On when you be no. Nesi se wa ba be radio news e wo metro ha de
defend no
ono nke defend no also defending de no we defend o chena ne sikan woman wendi bi ono no mbe defend. So he started making calls to the regional executives that ono he will not defend them foolishness no there $100,000 abano awaje $5,000 iso aje $3,500 ono we nyebi ono no mbe defend. The same thing apply to us that you also go to a radio program and some of these things your neck and make a decision. And the Metena Nana B, now he was also making a plea to Dr. Ejakon, Boache Ejakon, that also comment here will make opposite to the decision of the neck and Osre. We should not be making such statement. And me say, you go to a program and this in Bokwa Kofadaba. That no party no. O party the wegu, o party the wa say. Now one paying from likede, likede, and you are there. And you expected there, you have to defend some of these things. And you know, the decision NEC has made, you know, the rank and file should support it. We should not make ourselves a laughing stock when it comes to NDC. And it's no, then they will be just making fun of the party because paying bit and look at what they are doing. And you know the decision that we're making a day. I don't expect party paying Bia will come out or the phone basing in him or the camera basing in him. Then he will be just insulting this decision.
But doc, me one more yes and me who say party no one more enim party ni mu ye.
What's where did you me?
You say unim party ni ye. So who say there are certain bodies in the party a decision making body a highest won't make a decision say let me reverse decision just a conference.
Yes.
What you say? And you know obisa no say decision ne ba wia na unya ho ntiase a ma public domain e mekasa for grievances ni nyina no atwen.
Yes.
Party ni ya conference na wako
yes.
Na de akotudwa na woma jojo no ma unu say okay fine ya wo kan so ye but emprempre ya gitumu enya de be yi na sum wiaba rather than say wa do pe so ebe kika ensem bia at the long run no ebe kode tia party ya wo say wo ye mu adwuma party ya wo do party no any party ya wo som no e jo no mo yes agina me hu ni say wa mo nte party ni hyehyɛ ya asi
Osi
and ebe ye a say adanwa da general secretary say yete patriotic institute safo ni nyina nko na wo ko sua party no emra yede eye adwuma o party no no munyom ho ntiase prekope eno ano no
Hosi
ye
the monko ni nyina no message the kind of benefit a wenya ewo NPP party no Osi in the wenya no hwe he's not caring about the ordinary constituency executives, polling station executives are wali adwuma no ebia party ben mpom benefit one way or the other. And one way look at all these people making this statement. Osi, look at their pedigree, the kind of position they have hold in the party, and look at what you are saying. And Edwin there, they don't know what the party stand for. Osi, they know for you to attain the position. Another as a party, what did them position at them coffee, waiting in the party what moment. Also, the party will see something in you at that particular time there. You know the party, you have worked for the party. That is why be able to what they post be bomo. Na senyamia duma asevewi, and then we enye bibi efime. So now you come back to the mother party to fight against the mother party. To achieve what? Now, Messi, menim say wonima that the media warrior ewa national. Ebia show the comfort of your home. Eli yano. Messi, it come down to the communicators. Owo bia ho, owo sefi, owo bibieni. It come down to that communicator to go to radio and defend some of these actions. So why there in the comfort of your home no? Rather and channel the same energy into a positive pusher. Yeko radio, yebe TV, yebe nyebiaka. No, the piano no. Sometimes no. Today and that miss the time me the real program you. Na osi eboko. Now you have to defend a statement party ni peyin bi waka or they go party ni mufi. That time no so wado. But as a communicator, you have to be defending some of this action. So they should save the communicators in this country some stress that make positive statements when it comes to this. Now when the Ochina working Ochina Fofroba, those people come again. Ochina Fofroba, those people come again. Into almost every week or every month. Our day Juma Fofro Edeba to ho. And it is not good for the party.
Okay.
It's not good. So going forward, let us all support the decision of the NEC. Now, mawaya no, yen follow steps ni nyina. And then na be like asam there. Tama Dr. Aaron Makwe committee walk around it. You were there. Ibinima Nko. Some of them did not meet the committee. Now also are submitting an idea. Also been more your neck meeting Boamba. But after why you meeting we know the decision about. Then you are now speaking against. You had the opportunity there. And the double committee nibi. You did not go. So can you imagine there? Kamiye Juma waha. Now what's why you meeting? Meeting na my baby. Now me ben was the be a wobotena gate wobotum. Why you have to marry, my baby? Why you to me? I messed no, man could 10 day. Mean Jim to me there was a gate now they were closing by 10. Then what type of love or support now where they my party?
Okay.
It's not good.
All right.
It's not good at all.
Okay. And you know, yeah, I'm saying I may have done 19th July no party no call a year or more delegate conference or cry Legon Sports Stadium na Professor Aaron Michael Quay the way no the buy no party na kwa deliberate on sa issues no na ya hwe the way forward nyame adom nso a and 31st January 2026 no data party no asset the ato say party no ebe presidential primaries wo memu hase afei ye move to issues regarding the Ghanaian economy. The party fits for upgrading Ghana's credit rating to B- following a debt restructuring progress. Now, ohwe and somewhere NDC for no edeba abasobode a womo elbo atofo se ne John Mahama ne governor of Bank of Ghana. Na ato ensebisa bebre se 6 months nie. Ade na John Mahama aban ba ya watimi aya ne ya ye kasei. Enam so ama fetchfo upgrade wo my Ghana. Fetchfo key rating drivers no enie. What say Ghana's credit rating upgraded by Fitch following successful 13.1 billion external debt restructuring in October 2024. Entino credit na ban we edge no. Ade pa na yebisa se waye. Fitch no upgrade ye ne say. Ensese ye papa ene aban dada na esese ye na yetimi restructure ye Eurobonds 13.1 billion no. Eno na enei ene amana wodo a yetimi ko mo nchen ko bobesia ne ho nkro ne ba no. Wamanya rehemu se ene Ghana sanso bom na so biemu epemo a wombetimi aboa omo. Etino President John Mahama ne ato force ne ho ahwan ya womo hwiri boso koso do nyina no. Womo nya adwuma bia ye. Me ma tax wo mo se womo obibi wi a aka some $2.6 billion a essentially restructure. One more money no mo fa hihie ngu apono so no mo restructure sa $2.6 billion no. Na no so ya successful a abasobode ne ba na ye de amomo. Doc, your take on a upgrade ya Fitch for Eddie Abbey.
You see, I think that Messi Ghanaian economy one for propaganda nye. It relies on fact and data. Intino asama elekeninina we are giving fact to support the statement today. The upgrading a yehuno is because of the successful debt restructuring. On intinende yehu de me be minus ya wada meheni. Osi and the IMF last year they projected that this year yebenya single digit inflation because from 2024 yeshe indices na she baby a dollar from 17 now obejina 14.7 projection that this year obaba form yeshe inflation fee 50% abo drew 23% last year na yeje ho yeshe economic growth yenya 0.5 in the year 2020 0.5. Now, can you believe that economy waiting when you 0.5 growth in the year 2020? That is during the COVID time. Now, nyamia dumala from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. In terms of 2024, yene economic growth rose up to 5.7%. And you know, say yes, economy in the Ghanaians are experiencing. Osi, it based on the indication I get to last year. It's not because the John Dramani Mahama administration is doing something extraordinary or different. Because Esha was it because of the debt restructuring. And with the time I need debt restructuring, and NDC for the propaganda our debt restructuring.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a pleasant experience, but no, your necessary actions we need to make. And indeed, Nanadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, with the Minister of Finance, were able to make that decision. In Tesha, yenye China, yenye China kedi, yekeye talks, yeko Europe, yenye European partners. I want to yenye kaya kasa. Na ekawa ye deno. Yetim yesanso ye nhyehyɛ foforɔ do to ho. And the dimension sheno na sisi wa magana yetim move to the B- status. And we should applaud the NPP government for such a decision. And then yenya ho faso. Hwɛ ma ya onye de. No ho faso nyina NPP menya na we dibi. And that the glory has come to NDC. She gold reserve yeja yede to 30.1 tons. From 6 tons NPP government about from 2023 to 2024 alone. We are able to increase it to 30.1 ton. She import cover yeja to close to $9 billion. Yeja to. Enteno. Say Esha the Madin Nana. Since and the world market now have confidence in the economy of this country. And we should applaud the NPP government. There, we have done a massive job. Now, Ebisama, NDC, what be a policy power? Now, NDC as a government, what that will? There is no policy driving the economy of Ghana as we see. All the policies are in the end when you know where the policies by Nanadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. These are their policies. They should tell us one policy what about. And this question, we meet them every day and we ask them this question that they should explain to Ghanaians what policy now what that in the intuitive when could be minus. They have nothing to show for it.
Okay.
So they should applaud NPP for such a job. Sisi Awaye. And with there. Sisi Anon was the fuel will be going up. We should expect an increase.
Yeah, the next pricing
in the next pricing window. Why? For COVID time, you are 0.5. Yenya NDC for what catch and there. COVID no onya Ghana hankweti no see. So we should not experience the effect of COVID. COVID on my way economy grew by 0.5. And this was able to tell us that we should not use that as a basis to explain to Ghanaians why a yenya demi growth and that is 0.5. And inside the Ukraine the Israel and Iran war, no, it is coming. Now, when you listen to some of the facts now, or Iran, I want to war supply China, now Russia, 30% of their fuel. So you believe that due to this conflict, if the fuel is not able to go to Russia and Ukraine, Russia and China, when them 30% here, now they'll come to the other places and they'll be fighting for fuel with us.
Yeah.
And you see, Namasietiha, yes, they say NDC government, if they will make any statement that fuel price in a CCB, it is because of the rising conflict now. We are here. We will also ask them the same question. That you told us the Ukraine war on a Russia war, it has no bearing on the economy of Ghana. It's only then the Israel and Iran war only bearing on the economy of this country. And with the delay what they couldn't implement it because of this conflict. Yala. Intino say yaleka this is an economy wage because it went through shocks, external shocks. External shocks. And the time say NPP near a team with there on the phone. A NPP communicator, you see that in fact you'll be going straight explaining to Ghanaians why we are going through the external shocks. But NDC were doing the opposite. Rather, they think that they were disgracing the government. And you will be also experiencing external shock. And you will see that economic growth in Obakwahin, fuel price in Obakwahin, because this year we are enjoying one of the lowest crude oil prices on the market. Into fuel price wa befombia. Since also rokoso. We are here to see. Into no, yes, the indices are, despite all the shocks, NPP government when Jan to war will make a prudent management, prudent decision, even though it was difficult. Now in the we are having this benefit, rather NDC is enjoying. Because Osi, say Timmy Joby 5.7 economic growth on yes kakaba. Nene made krosompa. Since you are due to debt restructuring, no. Since you with Ghana, you have physical space, no. Gab abed them, relief abed them. So now NDC government, they can go for loans upon loans upon loans because you have a debt restructuring. So some of our debt has been cancelled. Into space abed them. Intention you need debt to GDP now. No that's so. What before papa? Ninyina ye NPP aban nesanu juma. So we should not expect that NDC will say that this is the doing of NPP. That one day we'll be laughing at the wrong side of our mouth.
Okay.
They can't say anything. But to us, to the ordinary Ghanaian, we have done a good job. Osi.
But there is one other comment passed by the current governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandek Tesiama. Or say, we have built adequate buffers to withstand any external shocks, including geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. The other buy, I don't know. And I maybe bisa some fuami say. I buy ben a building sa a year
external
those economic buffers.
Yes.
The past administration and I say the current administration. Near Tosimionu. Now Dr. Baumia every akonwane so in December 2024 no. Now a whooping $8.98 billion gross international reserves. And na wobejade atoa. Putupuru bibisia. Yan kwa amro ne nkwajem wane yesi ebebo ye ho bra. Sai sika no betimi ahwe wo mine no for 4 good months.
Yes.
Afei ebisa say what has been the contribution of the NDC government to both the dollar and gold reserves? And yeah, enjoy. When some fuami and sa, me bisa yeah the governor of the Bank of Ghana with regards to say, or can say, yetimia building adequate buffers to withstand any external shocks. Doc, Your take on this particular one?
Osi.
Yeah.
I think that these questions that you are asking, Osi, we ask NDC communicators, we meet them every day. That this year, the member first was building. They should tell us. And in there, President John Dramani Mahama make confirmation that since and the gold reserve NPP government AJ, that is what is holding the economy of this country right now. And the 4 months import cover is also holding this country right now. So also what we are trying to ask them, or questioning there, they should tell us what policy have they implemented. What policy? NDC should tell Ghanaians. Instead of say yeah NPP niya, na say NDC ni leka dam kase ya. Be sende aba policy. Now waiting what be ya what aba. You see, President John Dramani Mahama catch and there, the economy of this country is criminally handled.
Yes.
It's normal Ghanaian worker 10%. After economy that was criminally handled, budget look at the budget. Look at the ministries. The office of the president, the office of the presidential communication. Go and look at the budget. Into economy and can people jet to wa and konyano. It really show you and tell you one fact that NDC are not speaking the truth. In fact, NPP left them one of the strongest and the best economy. I want NDC the best. And you know, they should tell us Aberdeen why. What have they done? They have done virtually nothing. And you know, if we should have any external shocker, we should be able to withstand. Why? Based on the management of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Okay, the True Bank of Ghana, since Ghana yen to gold in fancy or yen in major party. And now you were the major party no ha or China Bibia we can fall upon. Other Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia yen. There be a Woska, Nesikano, and there's the momento Adibinto or China Mochema Metima Fa Medabom Hombra. And this is what is holding the economy of this country. On the Dr. President John Dramani Mahama and why Bibia, they have done nothing. In fact, what be this country and the progress and can the NPP we would have seen based on what we have experienced so far. On your bini elui, yeah. On your bini elui, you know, Dr. Isiama, the governor of Bank of Ghana. This is the man who was standing trial NDC Beya. So he is here to do the bidding of the NDC government, not the bidding of Ghanaians. Yes. At least we are expecting that you speak the truth. But one thing in the NPP we are good at, we will not allow you to make such a statement. Now at the hokeke, please, we will come back, ask questions. We will tell Ghanaians the real state of the Ghanaian economy. And you know, what will happen, how they will manage. There's no crude oil, no bono so what can you do? There's nothing you can do. Yeah. You just have to increase the price. Yeah. Until that 2 weeks your day in 3 weeks, 1 month your day in we want to see how they manage the crude oil prices. There's nothing they can do. Okay. And you know, the Ghanaians should have faith in NPP there. Despite 0.5 economic growth in 2020, 4 years down the line, NPP government and we took prudent measures and decisions. Ye NDC kwano na ye 5.7 from 0.5 to 5.7 in 4 years. And NDC now have solid economy. So if they mismanage it, Ghanaians will not forgive them. So they should build on what NPP has done. And one more for credit to NPP. Okay. There's nothing now about him down as NDC because you have virtually done nothing. Very well. So the credit to the NPP, then we can also support you. But if you want to take the credit of hard working, Ejuma Yaye, Nina Ghana for what the propaganda the Tuwama, the ordinary Ghanaian voted against us. We also speak for Ghanaians to see the kind of people you are, Osi.
Doc, ma yana say Dr. Frederick Buahin and we are in the Dean Komono or a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team. Some 26 minutes gone past the hour 9 akasimano and 9 na ya so you be cross over to Wontumi TV na ye de Wontumi Sports Buffet no etimi aba but eneno the former Western Regional Minister Osanso Member of Parliament for Takoradi constituency Dr. Kwabena Ochere da Kumensa birthday yeah we should know to be 101.3 to be 101.3 Enti Anopei, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Takoradi constituency, Honorable Kwabena Ochere Kumensa Edina Woda and former Western Regional Minister. Papa no pay nyamishra wonya okesie afiba ko de aka ho fie ho no woma ne nyanshira na fulfillment ma papa so emra wabra bomu ene wasetena mu. Happy birthday going out there to Honorable Kwabena Ochere Kumensa, Member of Parliament Takoradi constituency, former Western Regional Minister. Honorable Kobi Nyamishra Wama so ekwatenti ahodi wo mu ni suade hunu bia de si wani su bia no ono anhwe na mra mu fama o Takoradi constituency fo nyina no ese wamu da wase wamu ma awoda pa etuwa che ne osom papa wo de be som wo mu Bresanti ene omani asopa ene wunti baby anakota ne asphalt ni Takoradi nyina no wadaroma adwumade ne modern ba agbo ye ntino ye hunu asphalt ena kota enso ewo ho baby ana enkwada agentitiye ewo eye nuase nyina no wahwe as a regional minister no watimi asesa sa ne mani nyina ama first time West Region for ye hunu eye interchange wabreso and I think market circle redevelopment project papa ya wada screen so awudi na wada nei abreso ne modern bo na Takoradi yetimi ehunu entenei nyame de afiba kwa ka ofie hu a papa de esra ma nyina ne nkwatenti ahode wo mu na me mo ho bai wonhyira wo wadi free yemu ne ofie bai mu nyina no wonka ho wonte ne mu fa nkyerɛ wo na botaye asi wani su nyina no wonhwe ne mra mu fa ma happy birthday Honorable Kwabena Ochere Kumensa, Member of Parliament Takoradi constituency, former regional minister. Abushia de Kwabena nyina no ACSA yenna eye production team na se. Ochemaba ISCLAIMER yeda sepa. Abrantie wo bon homodin ye pa Michael Yaro ewo MCR onso bon homodin ye pa Samuel Dingo 1,000 ogina cameras nachi wono no timi bo ba bia bi position bia de ne betu bia no obebo no aboni ye Samenya Israel Kelly in charge of social media abna sewa many ampo mana prek ye da se papa medin di Osikani Frimpong Manso ye me muso na Wontumi Sports Buffet take you over your screen kan na channel so say Premutua na washia abnasewa ode ewia premtu breka siebo ebeba no na bo a wocheremaba ISCLAIMER the radio PR ebetenase na ode omani punto dwumadie enso atimi aba medin di Osikani Frimpong Manso asemo aye kade atwato eni wuhia onua serechi na chia nipa ansahwe ye nche na nipa die mi assist vija da katen adum bidum ye ne a wochena yenhia ne entoaso. Good morning, we are out of here.